We're here. Man, like, what's good, guys? Your boy Good Savage back again for another Savage Talks Live big WWE announcement reaction. You know, like that, even though I think we know what it possibly is. But let's keep some optimism there because it might be something different. Probably not. But we can hope, you know, like that. Now, you know me. If they were going to try and pull off a fast one, they'll just throw WrestleMania in the UK. That would be beautiful. But I think we know that we're about to hear the announcement for WWE WrestleMania 2027. WrestleMania 43 live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, or Jeddah. So I was going to do a video on this anyway. You guys probably saw that I scheduled it earlier for like 3 o'clock, but then when I saw that the announcement was coming, I was like, you know what? Might as well just stream while the announcement's on, and then once they've done the announcement and before we can talk, and then we can just do a Savage Talks for an hour. So WWE like to swerve us sometimes, so the reason why I didn't do a video yesterday and early in the day yesterday when the news came up, because obviously you guys know I don't really like to be reporting on rumors, although these kind of rumors when it comes to like places where it's going to be don't bother me as much, but I don't want to do that thing. I report on something that didn't happen, and then all of a sudden I look a fucking loser. And I knew that they would make a proper announcement. I spoke to a couple of people, a couple of sources, and they said that, yo, there's an announcement coming. That was before I even done this. And then all of a sudden I saw 2 hours later, schedule pop up was like, okay, my sources are right. Let's do that. And let's see what happens. So I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Before we get there, because we're like, well, 2 minutes away from the actual announcement, and then we'll see what they got to say. I'm sure it'll be Triple H and bring out, I don't know, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley and all that stuff. And, you know, how do you guys feel? Because I see a lot of people moaning online. I'm not moaning about it because Saudi Arabia, you would argue that, like, just like the UK, of course, there's a bias there in it. If you're from Saudi Arabia, you want WrestleMania there. If you're from Mexico, you want WrestleMania there. I'm from the UK, I want WrestleMania here, bro. And I wanted it before John Cena retired, as he was the person who was leading the charge for WrestleMania to be in the UK. Even you could throw us a young Slomasano or something like that as well. But I have to let you guys know, I'm not moaning about Saudi Arabia. I just think it's crazy. But clearly the money grab is the money grab. And before I changed the title of this video to the big announcement, the title of the video was WWE do not care about its fans. And I've got a lot more to talk about that because the ticket price and everything like that. Now, funny enough, the ticket prices for WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia may not even be as expensive as you think, bro. They will be expensive. There will be some Prince package where you can go and chill at a palace or something. There will be something where you can go walk with a tiger or hold hands with a chimpanzee. There'll be something like that. You get a Rolex and a chair and a Slim Jim table. But I've seen the prices that the regular Saudi Arabia shows are, and they're nowhere near as much as what WWE charge in the US. And now, up until now, part of the stuff that I've heard already is that the value of said WrestleMania will be in the remnants of about 100 million. That's going to be paying for superstars to turn up as well. Obviously not the ones that are already there because they're on the contract, but the ones, you know, they need to get in the big names. Possibly, which we'll see when the announcement comes on, because who knows. I got told that they're probably trying to get The Rock in as well. That's going to be interesting. Obviously, The Rock's been in the press the last couple of weeks because of his weight loss. And he's probably going to come to a shot to him, like, you've lost all that weight. I know he's going to do it for a move role and all that stuff like that, but put that weight back on. 2027, he's got loads of time to get there. I hear it. But yeah, kind of crazy. Crazy, interesting. I'm intrigued. I do fear for WWE that they don't know where they're at with certain things, because all this talk about big names and all that, the big names are not left anymore. The big names are not left anymore. There's nothing to... What can you shock us with in the WWE anymore? You know what I mean? So, yeah, honestly, you're missing the point. The WrestleMania is in 2027, bro. So, The Rock's dropped weight for this movie. He's not going to stay that weight anyway. And even if he does, he can get lean and wrestle like that. Then they might not use him, but you have to understand it's The Rock. So if they need him there, the amount of millions they'll pay him to turn up there could be crazy. Now, something that I'm not intrigued about, something that I'm not happy about if this is in Saudi, and I'll say I've been fine with. Well, one, this means it's going to be a WrestleMania in the daytime, maybe like 6 p.m. UK time for us anyway. I don't know if it's going to be 2-night WrestleMania as well. Could be one. I've actually enjoyed a lot of the Crown Jewels. I really have. Like, we've done all the watch-alongs to them, and we've had a good time watching them. Most of them. I didn't really like the King of the Ring one. I thought that was a bit rubbish, but we've had fun with them. Now, is it a different feel? Yes. Are the fans a little bit different? Yeah, I don't mind the fans. I don't care about that anyway. Because, you know, fans are fans, and different fans everywhere. Let them enjoy themselves. Is the show different normally? No, show's actually pretty much the same as it is anywhere else. I don't really like the aesthetic of when it's at Crown Jewel, but that's probably because Crown Jewel is a specific event, so they use the green and stuff because it's to that. If it's WrestleMania, surely they would add something a little bit different. On top of that, you have the women. Now, what I'm about to say is no disrespect to people in Saudi Arabia. It's nothing to do with that. It's just how I like to see my wrestling in it. Will there be an allowance for this particular event to have the women dressed in a certain way? Because I'm not trying to see these female WWE superstars dressed like Power Rangers. I'm not trying to see Tiffany Stratton dressed as the Pink Ranger and Rhea dressed as the Yellow Ranger and Liv just. I'm not trying to see them in the bodysuits, blood. Now, a lot of people are thinking I'm thinking some other thing about being pervy. It's not a pervy thing. It's WrestleMania, bro. WrestleMania is where Bianca makes the finest outfit and gives the finest entrance. What she's supposed to do is she can't. Well, she's not going to be able to bring the little girls out because they're too far. Like what happens there? Also, you've got the traveling fans, the ones that like to travel everywhere. That's going to be interesting as well. There's a few things in there, man. There's a few things there. I just don't want anything to ruin it. If you're going to let us do WrestleMania, well, let WWE do WrestleMania in Saudi, however they want to do it, but it's just there, run that. But everything else is a myth. Now, I've been very vocal over the last, before anyone else said it, by the way, about Sami Zayn either winning the Royal Rumble, but definitely winning the WWE title after this US title. The easy thing to say is Sami Zayn's going to win the WWE title in Saudi Arabia because it's Sami Zayn. I actually think a little bit different. Even though I think Sami's geared up to win the title, you have to understand it's 2027. So unless he's going to win the title, lose it, and win it back in Saudi Arabia, I actually think it's a long way away. Now it'll come quick because obviously this year's nearly finished. So really, we're looking at April 2027. A year and 7 months we're looking at the moment. 19 months away. Sami Zayn's already 42. Anything could happen in that time. I don't think WWE need to wait because we got 2 WWE titles. I wouldn't, put it this way, for this year, before AJ Lee turned up, I had Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble, simple. Sami Zayn's winning the Royal Rumble, that's it. Now, I'm thinking, depending on what happens at WrestlePalooza, likely to get CM Punk win the male Royal Rumble because he ain't won it since he come back and he's been cut short, and AJ Lee to win the female Royal Rumble, and both of them go to WrestleMania and both get their moment on the same day probably, and they can have their moment in the ring and stuff like that. Then there's one other title there, which is Cody's title. John Cena's not going to be about anymore. You get me? So what do you do? Or you have Cody go after... you have CM Punk go after Cody's title at WrestleMania. And we get Cody versus Punk, even though the babyface thing, but you can turn Cody heel. Well, wait, Morris, I don't want to. What do you mean this is a big deal then? It's literally. It's lit. There's literally a special announcement. So, yeah, that's probably, you know what I mean? But anyway, you have CM Punk win the Royal Rumble. He picks Cody Rhodes. Why does he pick Cody Rhodes? Because last WrestleMania, before it went tits up and CM Punk was going into the Royal Rumble, we had that promo between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in the ring talking about fighting each other in it. I'm your friend, but I'm coming for the title. Because we don't, the CM Punk, but like, you can't be carrying on CM Punk and Seth Rollins into WrestleMania season when we're in September now. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Brother, I'm not trying to see no long-term storytelling that's going to last 7 more months when we've already had Punk and Seth since CM Punk came back. Since he came back. And then you have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania. Roman takes Seth's title. That's what I'm saying. So... Man said Jackie Redmond in the studio set. When have you ever seen him do an announcement with just Jackie Redmond, bro? Every time they do an announcement, they either go to the headquarters or they turn up in an arena somewhere and there's a stage and they bring out WWE superstars nearly every single time, bro. But that's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see. Hopefully they can get rid of the 2-night WrestleMania. We don't need it, bro, because one of the nights are always trash. So, but I'm interested to know what's going to happen. Night 1's going to be in the States and night 2 will be in Saudi. Obviously, we're joking. I mean, yeah, it sounds crazy, but I wouldn't put it past. Bill Gary said, Sami Zayn will be champion. Yeah, now everyone wants to get on my wavelength. When I was telling everyone Sami's going to be champion, you know what everyone's response was? Well, he's US champion. How can he be champion? Because he can lose the US title. He's been... What people don't realize is, Sami Zayn, since Seth won that title, you remember what happened after that thingy? And then we had after WrestleMania, the Raw after Mania, Sami Zayn's been talking about winning the title since that day, bro. Since that day. Because that was when Seth said, yo, go to SmackDown and you can have a title shot over there. Funny enough, that's where he is now anyway. But we're starting. So I'm going to turn the volume up on this again. Shouldn't get copyrighted really, but we'll see. Then, now, and forever. What are the announcements on, guys? If I don't say anything in the chats, because I'm trying to hear what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? But let me turn off. I can't stand the WWE live chat. It's a bunch of people waffling in there. I don't even know who they're talking to. Do they think that Triple H is reading the chat? Well, it's showing Vegas currently, and Vegas is where WrestleMania is going to be held this year, like last year. So, for the people in the chat who are not watching the announcement, I will, report what I can see and all that stuff. I would like to see a title back on Jay. Seeming like Jay's going to be with his brother for a bit. But I'm not mad at it. It's have to be the Usos going to Solo. But he's the underdog. Wembley should host Mania before Saudi, Savage. I don't want to tell people what it should do, but money talks when it comes to... Oh, there's the announcement. There's the announcement. WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. Not much of an announcement when we... It's done. Pack up, let's go home. WrestleMania 43. Flipping hell.
This is truly one of the great weekends in Vegas in a long time. And it began with last night's incredible...
Fucking Joe Tessitore, blood. That's all we need. The announcement was made straight away, blood, by the things behind him. I told you, man. Riyadh season, bro.
Monday Night Football is here in town. The Vegas Raiders at their magnificent Allegiant Stadium will be taking on and hosting the LA...
Yo, Tessitore, get to the point, blood. I just want to know the details. We knew what it was going to be.
That is the reason why the whole sports world is converging here in Vegas. The Riyadh season card, as the great Canelo Alvarez.
Brother, we're not trying to, even though I'm going to watch that boxing fight, we're not here to talk about Canelo and Crawford, bro. Just allow it, man.
Saturday night. And keep in mind, this comes in the same calendar year that Allegiant Stadium hosted.
Bro, listen, Joe Tessitore, when he worked at ESPN, college football and all that, great. Joe Tessitore in the WWE, allow me, bro. Bring back Mauro Canelo, bro. I'm trying to. Give the job to Big E, blood. Give it to Booker T. Oh, yeah. Shucky Ducky. Quack, quack. Soup. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go. What's it going to be? Triple H on it and Nick Khan. Oh, all right. What the fuck is this on the tape?
Also with us for today's historic announcement. Two women who have each main evented.
I'll tell you what, man. They're going to do NXT from there as well, aren't they? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They're going to have NXT take over Saudi. The Queen! Belair!
And talented stars. A recent women's champion, a tag team champion, and she won Crown Jewel in Riyadh. Liv Morgan is with us.
Oh, man. Yeah, I like Liv in that. Hold on, Liv. Your shoulder hurts too much to turn up on WWE television, but you can turn up for this.
And finally, we welcome the dynamic, the high-flying, the sensational Logan Paul.
Bruv, you got all the gal them dressed like they work in the office, bruv.
World heavyweight champion, the visionary Seth Rollins.
This is terrible.
These are the athletes,
This is terrible.
the superstars. These are the characters and the legends and the champions
Go to hell, man.
to the next level, to new heights. We sit here and I reflect on everything.
You man have to stop pretending why Logan Paul there, bro. He's bigger star than all the wrestlers, bro. Like, let's be honest, man. Bro, it's time for the man to stop pretending, bro. You don't have to like Logan, but let's not pretend why he's there, bro. It's Logan, bro. Same reason why he's at every crown jewel and all that, bro. It's Logan.
Massive football game is going to take place at Allegiant Stadium that the whole country is going to be glued to. But what has changed?
To be fair to Liv, she dresses like that all the time. It's the other ladies that don't dress like that. I've seen Liv in the Prada stuff in that same outfit, if that is the Prada one.
Better than ever. It is the global growth of WWE. And please welcome a man who has practiced.
Gary, bro, I don't know how it can't be underwhelming to me, bro, when this is what I expected it to be, bro.
Chief Content Officer
You know, like that.
and newly minted Hall of Famer Paul Triple H. Love that. Paul.
Oh, here we go. The game. We're gonna charge you extra money. £100,000 to sit front row. Since 1985, WrestleMania has stood tall in the United States of America from Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and you married his daughter, took the company, and bastardized it, bruv. That's what happened. Sorry, man. Sorry, Paul. It's all love, really, man. But that don't even look like the Undertaker. Could be a clone, bruv. That's not the Undertaker. That's Mark Carraway, blood.
200 countries. In the U.S., live on ESPN's brand new streaming service. Internationally, live.
Heard these idiots talking about the one WrestlePalooza to be as big as WrestleMania. How?
Everyone knows WWE will be back here in spectacular Las Vegas for WrestleMania 42. But today, we are here to talk about what's next in the legacy of WrestleMania. To help us announce this, I want to welcome a dear friend. We are currently in our 8th year of a long-term and fruitful partnership with the General Entertainment Authority, the DEA. This partnership, guided by His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, has seen historic firsts year after year.
Can the women wear their proper clothes? That's what we want to know.
Collectively reshape what's possible.
Can the women wear their proper clothes?
Please welcome a man who is changing the face of sports and of entertainment. Please welcome my friend and our partner, His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh. We have already announced that the Royal Rumble is headed to Riyadh January 31st.
We got ends. Man like Turkey Al-Sheikh and that, my brother.
So on behalf of His Excellency, on behalf of Nick Khan, WWE President, who is the driving force on this deal, I'd like to announce
Bro,
the first time
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels look fed up.
will be held outside of the United States and Canada. In 2027, we are proud to announce that WrestleMania 43 will take place in Saudi Arabia as part of Riyadh season.
What? Mania's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. We had no idea. Wow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, man.
Thanks to our partners at the GBA.
Say something else, Paul. Say something else.
This is an opportunity to show the world what I think most people already know, that WWE is a global brand that reaches every corner of the
These men are tired, bro. That's what's happened. They've been on that long plane, bro. They're tired as hell. Of course, Liv doesn't look fed up. She's been off work for ages. I mean, we ruined the pop, innit, for Bianca and Liv coming back. I know that much. So what, man can't let the women sit down? No. What's this Joe Tessitore talking about? Take a seat next to your good friend. I know he likes you. What are you talking about? Let the women sit down, bro.
Part of history with the first WWE event there. So for an American WWE fan, an international fan who hears this news today and says themselves,
Donnie don't care about America, bro.
they're without a doubt they're in store for the incredible passion. I think WWE fans in general are known for their passion for WWE content, and I think people are going to be blown away at that same passion that the people from Saudi Arabia
Big cat business don't want to get them to sit down. I hear it though.
been such a instrumental force in the growth of WWE in Saudi Arabia. I think people are going to be so
Not just for Kieran Charlotte, but Liv too, blood.
surprised at the kindness and just the just the pouring out of the love and appreciation for what we do. And I can only imagine the pomp and circumstances that you always expect from WWE in WrestleMania are going to be off the charts when you decide. There's no doubt about it. Bianca, you know that well. You've had history there. You've had 9 total matches in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You're one of the women who were there. You were able to retain your
Joe Tessa told them nothing, bro. I'm going to the Saudi WrestleMania, bro. They can pay me to go, blood. Send me there, blood. Yo, fanatics, email me, blood. Get my ticket sorted now, blood. Big up Bianca though, she looks great, man. I mean, to be fair, she only had a broken finger, but yeah, she looked great. All right, Bianca, be careful when you're talking about women and that. Be careful.
Inside the ring with more women on the show, or outside the ring with seeing women on billboards and posters, and that became even more apparent to me last time I went to Saudi Arabia. We had an all-women battle royal, and when we came out, every single woman that came out, the crowd had a chant for them.
Happy days, she always does, man.
Backstage.
To be fair, there's women on the roster, they always do anyway, to be honest.
and it has just been very special.
Yo, let me see Montez Ford versus Cody Rhodes, blood. You get me? Run that. Let Montez win the title, blood. How come Seth's not acting like an idiot now? I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. Shout out to Tez for real, blood.
Very well said. Well, today's announcement obviously is massive. I don't know that there's anybody who understands.
Hey, honesty, I'm not reading that comment. You need to watch your mouth, bro. You're talking about Turkey a la shake, blood. You get me? He'll be, you know what I mean? He'll have your family removed so quick, blood.
It's hard to put into words really how significant it is.
I can't wait for this to finish so we can talk, blood, because let someone ask Triple H why he's not in the UK first, bro. Ask him. And then just tell the truth, Triple H. Money, blood. And then we'll once you say money, we're good, bruv. Bruv, let Stephanie sit down, bro. Let her sit down, bro.
In this moment in time, WWE going to Saudi Arabia, it's sort of first foray. As much as everybody knows how global we are, our first foray into doing what is essentially our Super Bowl in international markets. And I would
It's the third place that you could have done before there. Japan, Mexico, the UK, somewhere in the UK, whichever place. Brazil. You could keep going.
Saudi Arabia, without the fans in Riyadh, without the fans in Jeddah that have shown up time after time, that have gotten louder and louder every single time we have been there, that have done their homework, put in the chance.
Hey, Logan, punch Seth in the face just because, man.
And it is one of our sort of hotbed fan bases, if you will. That has become a big thing globally for us.
Triple H says that about every fan base, bro. If the UK is the best, and Phil is the best, and Chicago is the best, and Saudi is the best, then who is the best, bro? Mexico makes perfect sense. They got the Triple H stuff going on. It's right next to America.
Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season puts on the biggest events and the biggest spectacle.
I'm not mad at the Riyadh season thing because that's what everything's gone Riyadh season, golf, boxing, everything, bro. Football.
When we come together in 2027, I think you can expect something that you have never seen before. The level of competition, the level of athleticism,
What competition?
the level of stardom that is
What competition is predetermined, big man?
no one has ever seen before.
And funny, you have to have a conversation with Excellency that Paul and I've had before about
Can any more women speak? Or is it just one?
getting louder and louder and more engaged, which is what makes it the right move at the right time. His Excellency, first and foremost,
Can't speak on that, man. If it's rumors, then it's rumors, isn't it?
passionate leadership. It takes committed leadership to change the landscape of sports. You have been doing that now for some years in many sport categories. Your commitment to WWE has been outstanding. How much does this mean to you personally to have wrestling now coming to Saudi Arabia?
First of all, I want to thank the Congress, the support of us in G. Without
Man like His Excellence and that Turkey a la shake, blood.
this support, especially also for WWE, this is what happened in our country. Before 8 years ago, I meet my father, Vince McMahon, and Triple H in my home. And I was the Minister of Sport in my
Yeah, go on. Tell Turkey a la shake not to mention Vince's name and see what happens to you, blood.
and have changing
I dare you.
the future doing big projects together. And I hope now we delivered some of what we see. Before couples of years, my close friends, Big Club, became the president of WWE. And now we are saying to him that we are continuing the legacy of Vince McMahon and he delivered.
What does that continue the legacy of Vince McMahon? Say it louder for the people in the back, blood.
Very big surprise.
Because Vince McMahon is at home kicking tables over, bro. I'm telling you that much, bro.
I see WrestleMania in Vegas for 4 months. It's bringing 200,000 people to Vegas and bringing $1.5 billion for the city. This is very important for us. For the first time in our region, the big event in the history of entertainment is in our city, in our country, and this is very good for us.
Ricky, for those of us sitting back here stateside and wondering,
Yo, Joe Tessitore, bro, has the enthusiasm of a dead sloth, blood.
for those back home in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to hear of this big announcement of WrestleMania,
I swear Joe Tessitore's asked this man 3 questions exactly the same and reworded them. How does it feel for WrestleMania to come to Saudi Arabia? How do you feel having WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia? What does it mean to the kingdom of Saudi Arabia to have WrestleMania there? It's the same question, bro.
congratulations again, His Excellency. Congratulations, Paul. It is official. 2026.
Nah, Vince ain't living with, bro. He ain't doing nothing with Linda, bro. That couple, they split up about a decade ago, bro.
And a reminder, Riyadh has a major event coming up far before that. Royal Rumble will be in Riyadh as well, January 31st.
Royal Rumble in Riyadh. Oh, the announcement's over now. The worst announcement in WWE history. This whole thing was a waste of time. Big up to Charlotte, Liv, Stephanie Vakia, Bianca Belair, and Logan Paul, because you lot just got paid at least $500,000 to turn up to Vegas to stand still, blood. Brock Lesnar's on SmackDown. Okay. And Drew versus Randy. Okay. I don't care, blood. How about that?
WWE AAA Worlds Collide. It's going to be right down the road here in Vegas. Dirty Dom Mysterio trying to be a
Worlds collide. Worlds collide. I don't care that worlds collide. Dom, go win that title, bro. How about that?
Doubts that you can make it all boxing. The legendary Canelo Alvarez, the undefeated Bud Crawford, the Ring Magazine, and undisputed Super Middleweight Championship from here
Okay.
in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Enjoy it all and let it be known.
Big announcement.
Mania 43 has found its home.
All right. Let's talk proper stuff now. It's over with. No yeet. Yeet. No yeet. Yeah.
Are we the
Dark business, brother. Man like Goldbridge and that with the exclusive Bundesliga tax with it. All right. 35 minutes in. We just got an announcement for no reason, but there was a reason. So let me not be facetious, blood. Of course there was, because whether stuff were leaked, rumored. To be fair, the other guy posted on his Snapchat the Saudi Arabia done, so that's the reason why they've rushed to do this announcement. Okay. Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season, WrestleMania 43. What does this mean for the WWE? Well, it means a shed load of money. Now, obviously, what was the thing, 10 mil a year or something like that for the next 10 years, which was in 2018, which is nearly over. So, all right. That was the Vince McMahon deal. Weren't mad at that at all. Made sense. Crown Jewel every year. Super Showdown. Safe. Not a problem. WrestleMania being in Saudi Arabia. Not a problem. I don't agree with some of the stuff over there. Not in terms of the politics. It's none of my business. But when it comes to the WWE superstars, I do believe that the sport itself should be able to maintain its tradition, whatever country it's in. Outside of that, the fans, if the fans can drink, if the fans can do certain things, no, the fans shouldn't be able to maintain the tradition because you're in someone else's country. But the product that you're purchasing should be allowed to be the same. So I don't know about that. But as I said at the beginning of the stream, I've enjoyed Crown Jewel, Super Showdown, and all that. But I'll tell you what I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy Goldberg beating The Fiend at any point. I didn't enjoy Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Kane and Undertaker. I can tell you that. And I didn't enjoy Undertaker versus Goldberg too, but that was back then. They've got better since. Safe. WWE does not care. Please listen to me, guys. And I'm not telling you not to watch because I'm still gonna watch WWE. Your views towards WWE should change a little bit. They do not care about the fans, bro. And if they do, there's a slight. It's slight. The fans are not the priority, bro. And of course, I know how business works. So before anyone says, well, they're trying to earn money, yes, I know. TKO's in debt, yes, I know. But debt in business that big isn't what you think it is. It's not, oh my God, we're struggling, the bailiffs are going to cut him. No, debt is a good thing because everything's on credit, safe. But they want to recoup their money. If they spend that much billions, Netflix and all that, they want to recoup their money. So we get that you brought WWE, recoup your money back, and then possibly sell it for a profit in the future. That's more than likely what's happened. Sell it to Disney Channel or something like that. Who knows, bro? But they don't care about the fans. They actually don't care about the fans. And you guys should know that by the product that you watch week in, week out, where they give you the repetitive same product week in, week out, repackaged in different ways, reordered in terms of the match, but they are the same things week in, week out. I've proven it in enough times now. I've proven it enough times. The format is the same. The tag team matches are the same. I fight you, you fight me. Now you fight my partner, I fight your partner. We know the constant 18-minute, 26-minute promos at the beginning of the show, which sets up the main event for the end of the show. Somebody comes out, does a promo, someone interrupts. We get it. The long entrances of the Undertaker's ilk, but you gotta remember Undertaker didn't enter the ring like that on Raw and SmackDown every week, but on a pay-per-view we did. Now these lot have these entrances every week. I think Jey Uso's entrance is longer than the Undertaker's, bro, because he's redoing it. This is big business, man. 2027 is 19 months away for that WrestleMania, if it's in April like it normally is, or around that time. So all the wrestlers, the main stars, are 40 plus years old now. And they will be 42 or whatever by then, and different things can happen. Injuries could happen. Some people are missing, like Kevin Owens and people like that. I was about to say Liv Morgan and Bianca. You know what I mean? Loads of things can happen. The disappointing thing is, take away my bias for the UK, there's many places where fans would have appreciated this love too. And there's plenty of places that have been fighting to get this in the UK for age. Like we saw that it was this year when I did the video when Triple H was there with Sadiq Khan and stuff like that. Remember it? So that's a bit disappointing because it does mean now that if there is any other WrestleMania outside of USA and Canada, it will be in 2028, 29, 30. It's a long time away, man. And it means that some of our favorite superstars probably won't be there anymore. Also, that well that WWE seem to go back to every time where it's like, oh, we're going to do this big event. We want to bring people in. Okay. Does that Undertaker look like he can wrestle? Does that HBK look like he can wrestle? Do you know what condition The Rock's going to be in by then? Do you know if Roman's going to be interested by then? What, you're going to get Stone Cold versus CM Punk, bro, all of a sudden? Is that what we're going to get? You're going to go and get Saudi to throw the cash at AEW and make sure that they can get people in? Because even that, Edge, Christian, they're all going to be the same age too or older. What, Moxley? He ain't going to cut it. So what we doing? We're doing Big Bronson Reed versus Aleister Black. I'm just asking, are we doing Axiom versus the War Raiders at WrestleMania 27? Is that your big stars? Who you bringing back? Batista? Nah, they're done, bro. You bringing back Trish Stratus? I love Trish. She's there all the time. She comes back every year now. You bring back Lita? Same thing. Who are you bringing back? Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Everyone's old or dead. That's the truth of it. You're gonna bring back Goldberg, bro. You're gonna pay Sting out of his AEW, and then what? What are we doing? You're gonna pay Karrion Kross and what? It's over with. It's over with. Paige will be back before then, bro. She'll be back by the Royal Rumble, bro. Come on, man. She's been saying that she's ready to come back. She has no contract. That's the pop they're saving for the Rumble. Or around that time, she's coming back, bro. They'll use her at War Games. Even people like Matt and Jeff, but these people are already in TNA, bro. I'm talking about people that there's no point mentioning TNA people. They're already connected to WWE, but like, who are you bringing, bro? It's over with. It's honestly over with, bro. You better get, like, you know what? Take this as a boost on it. If they want to be optimistic about it, which they should be, it's a big deal for them. Take it as a boost and start working on that NXT talent to get known, to get familiar, to get the fans familiar with them, get them on the main roster, get them in storylines, get people caring about characters again. So when we get to Saudi Arabia 2027 and we get Obafemi versus Carmelo Hayes, Obafemi versus Gunter, we're ready, bruv, with characters. When we get a fatal four-way of Stephanie Vakir and Jada Parker and you get like whoever out, like, so we're ready. Because right now, WWE's numbers have been flailing. You had your worst SmackDown numbers of all time a week ago. Well, the week before, the worst of all time, bro. You had great social media numbers for AJ Lee coming back, and you keep telling us it's the greatest social media numbers of all time. There's a reason why you keep saying social media numbers and not YouTube numbers or Facebook numbers or Instagram numbers, because you're trying to add them all up together. Don't try and mug me off. Oh, SmackDown was better last week because the views went up. It was all AJ Lee. Brock was on that show. Go check the record. When Brock's there, numbers go up. That's a fact. Trying to act like it was all AJ. For who? Well, how many millions of little teenage girls are out there you still think running around in Converse and hot pants, bro? Talking about? It's time to fix up. Speaking of fixing up, I'm going to show you else where they don't care about the fans. Hear this comment. This comment was from... Well, I'll show you who it was from, actually. Let me get to it. I've saved it. Get rid of that announcement stuff now. TKO president. Yep. TKO president who owned WWE and UFC. Mark Shapiro states that they are focused on further increasing ticket prices for WWE events. Did you hear what I said? Further increasing. So John Cena's going to be at SmackDown. Or his last Raw is going to be 2,500 just to sit in the damn place, bruv. The WrestleMania 30 last season was 38,000 for the top package. The next one's going to be 70,000, bro. His comments at the Goldman Sachs conference was, and I quote, WWE is not where the UFC is yet on ticket yields. We have our work to do, but we've seen meaningful increase and evidence by the 59% margin in the second quarter. Ticket yields and site fees play a big part in driving that. We know that we have more room to grow. Why do we know that? Because UFC is breaking records everywhere they go. First of all, let me tell you the reason why UFC is breaking records everywhere they go. Do you think that UFC have more people in their arenas than WWE most of the time? No, they don't. But the prices are high, blood. That's why, because they've got all celebrities sitting front row. And what have WWE been doing since TKO come in? Every Netflix person's front row. Everybody's in there. Let me further these comments by the TKO president, by the way. He also states, Vince McMahon, you know Vince McMahon, the one who started this shit? You know the one who started WrestleMania? You know the one who brought the company off his dad, took it from the regional stuff, brought it worldwide, went global, went public, got Triple H's job, got Stephanie a job, got Nick Khan their job, and sold it to Ari Emanuel. You know that Vince McMahon, the one what no one cares about anymore, that guy. Mark Shapiro states that Vincent Kennedy McMahon was primarily pricing tickets for families and was not focused on maximizing the opportunity to increase said prices like TKO is focused on doing. Should I translate that for the dumb people in the back? When they got their claws on the WWE, they realized that Vince McMahon actually cared about the fans. He cared about families being able to take their kids and their wives and husbands and uncles and aunties and sisters and grannies 2 WrestleMania, 2 Raw, 2 SmackDown with a fair price because it's family entertainment and he cared too much about it. TKO are not focused on that. They are focused on maximizing what Vince McMahon wasn't doing. And hence, the ticket prices have gone up. And hence, why are you focusing on live shows with $50 tickets when we could just make everything a Raw and a SmackDown in every place and double and triple and quadruple the prices? Because they don't care about the fans. And that's just money. They don't care creatively. They don't give a shit. And I'm not saying do everything the fans want you to do. I'm saying they just don't care, blood. They phone it in when there's a worldwide tour, when there's a European tour coming up. Every Raw and SmackDown is phoned in. It's shit. It's shit. It's shit. That Raw and SmackDown's rubbish anyway. But every time there's an event, every time there's a tour, literally they know there's 2 weeks up until the event. They're like, you know what? Clash in Paris is coming up. Let's just do whatever on this. Let's just get Logan to punch John Cena. Let's just get Cena and Cody to just talk in the ring. Let's get Cena out there to talk on his own. Let's use Axiom. Let's use whoever. Let's just use Street Profits. We don't want to put them on the main show, but let's just use them. It sucks, bro. It sucks, bro. They don't care. And sadly, and this is where the business mind comes in, like, if these people are going to pay these ticket prices, then what am I even talking about? Because these things only stop when money stops. When people decide we're not doing this. And every time we've seen arenas where they got the black tape around, the black sheets, and people ain't turning up, and everyone thinks that's going to harm WWE, they just increase the prices. There's a reason why Triple H's first tenure in the company as a chief content creator officer or whatever, it was good. And every time we had a press conference, he came out and says, we've broke records. We've sold out. This is an all-time record in this stadium. He's gone from saying all of that to not saying they've sold out ever anymore and saying that they've got the highest grossing gate. Now, I'm not even dissing anyone. For the people that don't know what the highest grossing gate is, which sounds incredible. It sounds like you've broken a record and you've broken your own record. But all that means is mocking the fans because he's saying we've made more money on ticket sales into the stadium than we ever have before. How did they make more money? Well, if you haven't got more people, how is it possible to make more money? Well, if each ticket, this is not true, but say each ticket was $150. Let's just say, give or take the front rows and all that stuff. And I don't know, 20,000 people turn up. And then the next time, 10,000 people turn up. If it's all $120, you can't make the same price again. You won't be able to make the same money. But if all the tickets on the 10,000 people are $2,000, you've made more money with 10,000 people than you did with 20,000 people. And they keep coming out in conferences and saying it to everyone's face, live on ESPN, live on Netflix, live on Peacock, live on the USA Network, live on the CW. And nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Now, I could be wasting my breath and always Savage is ranting, possibly. Or everyone's got to speak up. Content creators. If you care, speak up. If you don't care, fine, whatever. Because I'm sure there's somebody somewhere doing a reaction video to this event, jumping up around in their room like a fucking clown, bro, pretending that it's exciting. It's not exciting. This isn't exciting. I'm interested. I'm intrigued by Saudi Arabia. This isn't even about them. I'm cool. This is not exciting. Yielding more money from the customers and getting to the UFC level. If you want to get to the UFC level, then at least make the thing interesting. You know, if you made the product as interesting as possible, people will pay the ticket price no matter what. Like, yo, sounds like it's going to be great. But let me tell you what are you going to do when Roman Reigns ain't there anymore? Huh? What are you going to do when The Rock says, nah, I'm done, don't want to do it? But I just want to know. I just want to know because you can't be Seth. You can't be counting on Seth, blood. Where you? He's a visionary. Oh, sorry, because Paul Heyman said that Braun's gonna be the future, so we have to Braun Breaker at WrestleMania 43. Oh, Braun versus Sami Zayn WrestleMania 43. Oh, Penta. Oh yeah, Penta that they don't use anymore. That they just mug off. Ray Phoenix. Oh, don't know where he is. Montez. Don't win any matches. Sheamus. Too late. Rusev. Too late. You see my point, bro? The stars are done. It's over with. Show me the well. Go on. Someone in the chat, give me the names of these people that you can bring back, and it's gonna bring all these eyes. It's gonna bring all these eyes to the product. Who? Big up Scooby. It's not happening. It's not happening, bro. It's over. They're focused on the future. WWE's always going to be around. But the death of creativity is over with, man. We need, like, the only thing that can save this is by the time we get to WrestleMania 27. I'm not saying Triple H needs to leave the company. I actually like Triple H. But all I'm saying is, whoever has that creative pen, it can't be him, bro. It cannot be Triple H, bro. Because as we've seen, he ain't creative, bro. He ain't. Give me something creative that is done. Somebody give me something creative that is done. Since Triple H has been in charge, let me try to be fair and find interesting things. The Wyatt Six debut. After that, nothing. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, the first time they fought for the bracelet. After that, nothing. The Bloodline. Oh, sorry, that was Vince McMahon. My bad. That was Vince McMahon. WrestleMania 40. That's it. Not the lead up. Not the lead up. Just WrestleMania 40. Because the lead up was shit. What, Sami Zayn versus Gunther? Is that what excited you? Oh. Honestly, come to the front of the congregation. The Bloodline. The Bloodline storyline was exciting what Triple H done. What Bloodline storyline, bro? That wasn't Triple H. That was Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, Vince McMahon, bro. He can't take credit for that. The Bloodline started in COVID. Thunderdome. Vince was there. But what he can take credit for was the shit part. Remember the part where Cody didn't win? And Hollywood, remember where he didn't win? And then we had that shit year where Roman turned up like 12 times. And Cody was just fighting. Cody won the tag team titles. Remember that? That year. What are we excited about? DIY, blood. LWO. The Judgment Day. Every week for a year. That's the exciting thing. Carlito playing 2K backstage. JD McDonough. That's what we're excited about. Al Grande Americano. That. Dom's into... Okay, I'll give you, because I popped up, you've seen. All you can give me is individual days, bro. Individual times, individual matches. You can't give me long-lasting stories, bro. They don't exist. They had something good. Naomi, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Well done, Triple H. Someone got that's for a car window. It looks great. What happened to it? Nothing. Cancelled. Done. It was over very quick, bro. It was over very quick, bro. They just want man to forget everything, bro. Triple A wrestling. Triple A wrestling has always existed, and WWE took over Triple A wrestling about 3 months ago. Nothing that's happened on AAA Wrestling, by the way, is any different to what already happened on AAA Wrestling. Yeah, okay. Making Gunter shake everyone's hand after that's it. Gunter loses, shake man's hand, bruv. All of the babyface matches. Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix and Fat Dog Mendoza, blood. You know when let me tell you got something. Because again, I like Triple H. The Paul Levesque guy, but I like Triple H. Brother, this is stuff that I'm not biased to, so you can't tell me that I'm talking shit here. He's even ruined Rhea Ripley. Tell me how. Tell me how he ruined Rhea Ripley, bruv. Because she's the biggest female star on the product right now, bro. You had a whole year of these nerds thirsting after her, looking at her gym for and she's just walking around backstage, doing cameos, bruv. Just simping for EO, blood. That's what they got her doing. They got Rhea simping for EO backstage. They got Stephanie Vakia, who was on top of the company, just walking around waiting for a match still. You know what? I've had enough, bro. I'm going to WWE.com right now, and I'm gonna bring up the roster, blood, and I'm gonna go through all these people, bro. Tragic business, bro. Oh yeah, you brought Brock Lesnar back, and he ain't said a word yet. You know what? Today, Brock Lesnar might say a word, bro. Just today, he might say one word, bro. Because up until now, he's came out twice, dropped some F5s, and screamed. He's not said any words, bro. Let me just go through the champions. No bullshit. Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes' 2025 blood. He fought Randy. He won the King of the Ring. That little Saudi thing, got the ring and all that stuff. He fought a few people. He lost to John Cena at WrestleMania in possibly one of the worst WrestleManias that we've seen. Following that, he had time off. Time off that he moaned about Roman Reigns having, by the way, but he had time off. He returned, got his title match, the rematch, John Cena. He beats John Cena. Then he leaves again. Do you hear what I just said? They brought him back. He beat John Cena in John Cena's farewell tour, knowing full well that after that match, Brock Lesnar was turning up. And since he won that, he goes on SmackDown, he gets Claymore for a table, and we've not seen him since, bro. So why did you put the title on him? Fumbled. Let's go, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins cashes in because he swerved the fans. He got the fans. Okay, that's what your job's meant to be. Great. You had crutches. Great. You had a match against LA Knight. You pretended to do whatever you need. You came out. You ruined CM Punk's moment. You cashed in on CM Punk. And then all you've done after that, apart from a couple matches on Raw after what got... Every single Raw is the same with Seth Rollins there, bro. Up until last week. Seth comes out with the Bron and Paul Heyman, and then they talk shit. There's a match, and one of them are going to fight one of Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, or the LA Knight, one of those. And then the match is going to be at the end of Raw. The match will get interrupted by the Brons. It will be disqualification, and it will end in that awe-inspiring Triple H brawl. Fumbled. Nobody cares. You're not a visionary. You're not a revolutionary. Nobody cares. The women's title is vacant. Can't blame Triple H for that. Naomi got pregnant. Hey, you know what? Naomi is something you did good. Well done. Tiffany Stratton's had this title over 250 days. Tell me something that anyone cares about. She's beaten all of the best. Hear me out. She's beaten all the best wrestlers. She's beaten all the best wrestlers, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. She beat Naomi over and over again. She beat Nia over and over again. She beat Charlotte. She's beaten all the wrestlers. You brought me chin, my chin, your chin, her chin. You beat her. You beat Chelsea. She's beaten everyone. You beat Jade. She's in a feud right now with Jade because Jade said, if you didn't put your foot on the rope, I would have won. What kind of storyline is that? Of course you put your foot on the rope. It's part of the wrestling. It's part of wrestling. You know what that's like saying? I'm going to feud with somebody because they said you only won because you pinned me. No shit, Sherlock. That's what it's meant to do. Let's move from there. It's every time. Fumbled. Dominic Mysterio. Brother, this might be the worst one because WrestleMania when Dom won, I was gassed, cold, pinned Finn, ran out the ring, ran back in the ring, celebrated, cold. Since then, he's done more on AAA than he has on the main roster. He's backstage talking about chicken tenders with Roxanne Perez. He misses Liv, and he doesn't fight, bro. And when he does fight, he had a doctor's note for months. He had a doctor's note for months, and then he thought AJ beat him twice. Nobody cares. And he fights Dragon Lee every week. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Fumbled. Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn's story is he's the underdog to everybody, even though he's beaten everybody, bro. So, seriously, how can you be an underdog when you keep beating everyone, bro? And also, Triple H, I'm not stupid. You ran the same storyline you ran with Sami Zayn leading up to WrestleMania 40. You ran the same storyline with Jey Uso leading up to WrestleMania 41. Somebody tell me I'm lying, bruv. You ran the Rocky storyline. Everyone, they were both doubting themselves. Oh, I don't know if I can beat Gunter. Both of them had Jimmy get involved and try and give him props, bro. Actually, Sammy had Jay tell him you can do it, and Jay had Jimmy tell him you can do it. Same shit, same person, Gunter. Both of them won. Same shit. Exactly the same. Fumbled. But is the United States... Oh my God. Don't even get me started on Jacob Fatu, because they have to be punishing. They must be punishing the smaller WWE, because ever since that thing happened at Rikishi's school, we ain't seen the MFTs, blood. The thing happened, that Raja Jackson thing happened, and the same week, Sami Zayn beat Solo, and we haven't seen them since, bro. Last week was the first time we've not seen any MFTs at all, blood. Not tall Tonga, small Tonga, fat Tonga, big Tonga, bruv. Not Tonga, Tank and Jim. None of them, bruv. None of them. Fumbled. Becky Lynch. Funny enough, I don't care about this. They might say this has been a success. You know what? Considering who was the champion before, the Lyra Valkyria thing, Becky's not been a failure. Even though I'm not a fan of Becky, she's not been a failure. But you know what has been a failure? That fucking title she has over her shoulder, bro. This title means nothing, bro. It's starting to mean a bit now, because now you had Nikki go for it, you had Bayley go for it. Now you've got Becky Lynch and AJ Lee involved in something. I'll give you that. Let me give you that. So far, Naomi, Becky Lynch. If you want to do that. Julia, oh my God. Julia and the United States title. Julia and the United States title, blood. Brother, I'm telling you this. Go to sleep and get somebody to ask you who the United States champion is when you wake up, and just answer your first question. Bet any money you don't say Julia, bro. I bet you any money you don't say Julia, bro. This is the worst fumble of them all in terms of titles, bro. The US title has... I don't even want to get this wrong, because not long ago I had this stat. It was about a week ago. If I'm correct, this US title has not been defended at any pay-per-view. Am I right or wrong, or has it just happened? It's not been defended at any pay-per-view since its inception. Now you have to understand the US title and the Intercontinental title came out at the same time. This US title has been Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, Julia, and all the matches have been my chin, your chin, her chin, me chin, the secret cervix, Zelina Vega, repeat. That's it. That's been the whole time. That's it. Fumbled. The speed champion, brother. It's defended on social media. Enough said. Al Americano, Grande, Cappuccino, Latte, Skinny Venti, whatever. Sol Ruka. This is, you know what? Speed champion, but Sol Ruka's amazing, so I ain't got enough to say. The Raw Tag Team titles, blood. This shit has been ass, blood. This, for months, all we had was the New Day versus the Viking Raiders. And then the week after, we had the New Day versus the Viking Experience. And then we had the New Day versus the Viking Party. And then we had the New Day versus the Viking Council. And then we had the New Day versus Vikings of Valhalla, bro. We had the same shit week in, week out. Because the New Day beat the Judgment Day or whatever happened. And then what happened was they took the titles off the New Day just when they started to cook a little bit. And it went back to the Judgment Day. And now we get a few tag team matches every now and again. We get a nice moonsault from JD McDonough. We get a nice coup de grace from Finn Balor, bro. And then they're just in the clubhouse, which is a room backstage. They're in the clubhouse playing 2K. I put it to you that the Judgment Day have spent more time promoting WWE 2K than doing anything in the ring. All of them. Trash. Fumbled. Mega fumbled. SmackDown Championships. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Wyatt Six. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. Shit. The last match where the Wyatt Six won, what was it? Clash in Paris? The big tag team match. Great tag team match. Got nothing bad to say about that tag team match. Whatever that pay-per-view, it might have been SummerSlam match, I don't know. Whatever pay-per-view they threw Candice LeRae through off the ladder through the table, that was great. But let's not pretend leading up to that moment, every single week, this is what happened. No shit. This is what happened. There's a backstage area. All of the tag teams, Axiom, Fraxium, and Jaxium, DIY, DUI, and HIY, them man, the Street Profits, the Road Profits, the Building Profits, all of them man backstage argue with each other, and then each one of them had a woman with them to argue with each other, and then Nick Aldis comes in, he's had enough, and then they make a match. You fumble the Street Profits. Yeah. Trash. And if we're going to talk about the characters, you fumbled the Wyatt Six altogether. That's another story because you fumbled the Wyatt Six all together, bro. Yeah? The great and late Bray Wyatt didn't want this shit, bro. He didn't want this shit, bro. I am 100% sure, and I don't care if it's speculation, I'm 100% sure. If you left the creativity down to Bo Dallas, the Wyatt Six would be better, bro. 100%. There's no way that we had that debut, those videotapes, and now we've got this. How? It's impossible. Something's gone wrong. And I'm not done because I'm only talking about the champions at the moment. I'm going to go through everyone else quickly. And then we got the women tag team champions. First of all, the women's tag team titles have been fumbled altogether. Trash. They had something good going on with Roxanne and Raquel. Thought that was probably the better option. Charlotte and Alexa. I'm just going to say this to you like innit. I love Charlotte and Alexa. It's not been that special, bro. Let's not overgas it. In fact, the last time I saw them, I was pretty cringed out by what I saw backstage. Charlotte was sitting there with a cowboy hat on. Alexa was talking through Lily to her, and they were doing this weird sitcom comedy thing. Trash. It's trash. It's trash. Trash. It's trash. We'll leave all the NXT because Shawn Michaels is doing all right. Okay, I'm just gonna skip through now. Let's go to Raw. I'm gonna do speed round, and then I'll get to the comment section. Speed round is coming up, bro. Starting off with Adam Pearce. Fumbled. Adam Pearce is not the same Adam Pearce was before. All he says now is enough and makes a match. Or that's official. Fumbled. AJ Styles, you're doing something right now, but I'm not stupid. All they've done since Raw, what we just had, you've basically taken Karrion Kross's character and give it to AJ Styles. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Karrion Kross was cutting promos in the ad breaks. Now AJ's cutting promos in ad breaks. Karrion Kross was talking about somebody don't want him to be there, and now AJ Styles is talking about it. You've give Karrion Kross's character to AJ Styles and saved yourself some money, and you fumbled AJ leading up to that because no way should the phenomenal one ever feel irrelevant. Next person, Akira Tozawa. Yeah, fumbled. Asuka fumbled. She just moans around backstage saying, nobody's better for Asuka. Nobody's ready for Asuka. I'm the Empress of fumbled. Austin Theory, fumbled, blood. Fumbled. Bailey, she's talking to herself in the kitchen still. But we can't just use the last week, the last 2 weeks. The Bailey one's been fumbled altogether, bro. You took her out of WrestleMania for no reason. You had her beat up going into WrestleMania and then left her off all these shows to the point where she's on Chris Van Fleet talking about she don't know what to do. Fumbled. Bron Breakker. I'm going to give him Bron Breakker. Although Bron Breakker was better before he even joined the Vision, I'm going to give them Bron Breakker. Even though it feels a bit, yeah, he's something. Bronson Reed, I'm going to give you Bronson Reed just because. No, actually, the Bronson Reed was better when he was with Solo. In fact, you fumbled Bronson Reed because you're doing exactly the same thing. Brutus Creed, let's not talk about it. Fumbled. NA. Kathy Kelly, you can't fumble Kathy Kelly. She's Kathy Kelly. Big up to Kathy Kelly. Chad Gable, you fumbled it. You fumbled the original Al Americano Grande, bro. When we was doing AI videos talking about he was in the 30s fighting all these luchadors, you fumbled it, bro. You should have had vignettes of him in Mexico fighting luchas, bro. You fumbled it, bro. And then he got injured. Trash. He done the best match Chad Gable had in the last year was on AAA. CM Punk fumbled. Till this moment, fumbled, bro. CM Punk he hasn't won anything meaningful yet. The one match he did win meaningful, he had the title for about 2 minutes, bro. He beat McIntyre a whole feud for a fucking bracelet, bro. Fumbled. Oh, Elimination Chamber. John Cena beat him. Fumbled. We can keep going. They fumbled it. Royal Rumble, back to back, can't win. Fumbled. They fumbled it. Feels like a setup for CM Punk, to be honest. Feels like nobody likes him. Feels like you brought him back to embarrass him. Please don't embarrass him, and please don't embarrass him with his wife. But you know what will happen is they'll have him and AJ both win the Royal Rumble and both win at WrestleMania, and then they'll give the Triple H finger of doom, the king of pops, and then they'll tell us that CM Punk's been great since he come back. All right. Cruz del Toro. It's LWO. Let's not talk about it. Listen, there's a few. Even on the WWE network, even on the WWE website, they put all the Latinos together. Blood. I told you, bro. Cruz del Toro, Dragon Lee. You see where I'm going. Fat Dog Mendoza, fumbled. No one cares about LWO, bro. Nah, nobody cares, bro. Finn Balor, we've done that. Grayson Waller. Well, now he's Big G in the New Day. Nobody cares. Gunter mashed him up, blood. You had Gunter tap out in 8 seconds to a chokehold from Jey Uso, blood. I love Jey Uso, but you had him tap out. Gunter should never tap out, bro. Never tap out, bro. He can pass out. He can be incapacitated. He should never tap out, bro. You had him lose to Sami Zayn. You had him lose to Jey Uso. Okay. Ilya Dragunov. Now, he's been injured for a long time. But what was he doing before the injury? Fumbled. Ivar and Eric, blood. Send them back to NXT. Ivy Nile. She looks legit. She is legit. They don't use her. Fumbled. Io Sky. I'm gonna give you Io because somebody. I think Triple H fancies her. So she just gets everything. So, fine. Jey Uso. I'm going to give you Jey Uso. Although, you fumbled his title run. 50 days. 50 days. No, and all he does is yeet. He's not in any stories. He just yeets, bro. He just yeets and pops. Yeets and pops. Pops and yeets. And does super kicks. Fumbled. Julius Creed. Come on. Kairi Sane. Come on. If Oscar's fumbled, Kairi Sane might as well have stayed away, blood. Kiana James, I'm allow it. She just come back. Kofi Kingston fumbled. You fumbled the whole New Day's heel turn with Biggie. You fumbled the whole thing. LA Knight. Fumbled! LA Knight's up there with the worst one, by the way. Trash. Fumbled. LA Knight. What did he have before the US title? Beat Nakamura and that. Logan Paul. This man gets put in, bro. They put him in position to get to the title matches, but then he will always lose, bro. Trash. Liv Morgan, nah, you didn't fumble Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, something you did right. Logan Paul, you didn't fumble Logan Paul. Although, if you're just going to keep bringing in for pay-per-views to lose, it's kind of pointless, but no. Ludwig Kaiser fumbled. Lyra Valkyria fumbled. Maxine Dupree fumbled. Natalia, but she might as well not be there anymore. Nikki Bella just come back, but she lost to Becky already and nobody cares about fumbled. Otis fumbled. Pat McAfee fumbled because he ain't even on commentary. He's too tired. Penta double fumbled. Pete Dunne double fumbled. Rey Mysterio, brother, let's not even go there. Rhea Ripley, somehow, some way, somehow, blood. You've got her doing cameos backstage fumbled. Roxanne Perez, I'm a wait. Rusev fumbled. Seth, fine. Sheamus. He just has banger after banger after banger. So I guess that's what he's there for. Stephanie Vakia, I'm going to wait. Tyler Bate, brother. Yeah. Xavier Woods, yeah. Zoe Stark injured. All right. That was Raw, by the way. I just want you to notice something. That on all that roster I just said, there was no women tag teams, blood. You hear that? There was no women tag teams, bro. Which means all the tag teams must be on the other brand. And if all the tag teams are on the other brand, then that means WWE have about 3 tag teams for women, bro. So what is the point of those titles? Somebody tell me. Let me know. Inquiring minds would like to know. LA Knight's overrated. If you think so. That's fine though. It's just an opinion. All right. I'm on SmackDown. I know, guys. I know you just heard me say all them names and you thought that was the whole roster. It's not. Alba Fire. Secret Cervix, in it. Alistair Black. Fumbled. This guy, what's his name? Alex Shelley, blood. The Motor City Machine Gaze. Brother. You brought them in with no video package, just hoping that every wrestling fan knows who they are. And then they just don't. They're just irrelevant. Fumbled. Alexa Bliss will wait. Andrade. Brother, they had Andrade and Ray leading to something not so long ago. One of them must be injured, so the other one just can't fight, I guess. Humberto and Garza, blood. These men are only famous on AAA, blood. The AAA tag teams. Angelo Dawkins fumbled because it's with the Street Profits. Apollo Crews. I didn't know he's still part of the roster, bruv. He's not Nigerian anymore. Fumbled. Axiom. Do you guys remember? Let me tell you. Do you guys remember? Let me take a sip of my drink for this one. Because I'm not done. What are you saying, son? Rant activated. Axiom, Fraxium, they joined this roster from NXT and won. They beat every tag team, bro. Even the WWE Tag Team Champions at the time, they beat all of them. They beat all of them. All of them. And now they're not doing anything. B-Fab, with the profits on it. Bianca Belair, no, not fumbled. You can't fumble Bianca Belair. Candice LeRae. If I ask anybody what has Candice done in the last 3 years, her husband threw her off a ladder through a table. That's all she's done. And she argues backstage, fumbled. Carmelo Hayes, blood. Fumbled, blood. He's part of Mellow Don't Miss. Do you not remember that he won the Andre the Giant Memorial, blood? He did this. Remember this? And he did nothing since, bro. Charlotte's with Alexa, same shit. Chelsea Green, you fumbled it because you took the title off her, and she's on NXT, blood. She's on NXT. So why don't you just bring Ethan Page up to the main roster with Chelsea if you're gonna do that? Who did you just say? Who's the speed champion? She's the speed champion is Sol Ruka. But I don't know who you were saying that to anyway, but Chris Sabin. I don't even know who you are, blood. Motor City Machine Gates. Yeah, just like your partner, trash. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. You can't fumble Cody. He's the biggest babyface in the company. But what I can say is, you made him boring as shit. Now, I'm never bored when Cody's in the ring, wrestling. But when he talks, blood. So, guys, what do you want to talk about? Brother, allow me, blood. Give me Cody on the podcast, Cody wrestling, Cody cutting promos, not interested. He's going to cry, and he's going to talk about his dad. No disrespect to the dream, but that can't work, bro. You're a grown man. We can't just have every promo crying over your dad, blood. Yeah? Because we're not getting Bo Dallas crying over Bray every promo, bro. You get me? Damian Priest, you fumbled it because this geezer was a WWE champion 2 years ago. So I don't know what's gone on since then. Now he just walks around with mascara on, wanting to fight Aleister Black for breathing, bro. And having Chicago street fights in Philadelphia. Dexter Lumis. I'm not gonna individually talk about the White Six. They've all been fumbled. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's up there with the biggest fumbles in the company because Drew's great. Drew cuts good promos. He cuts reality-driven promos, and they've got Drew in this position where he just loses all his matches, and then they got him. Do you not realize they got him to Claymore Cody through a table to take Cody out? Then Michael Cole said we can't get an update on Cody. He's at a local medical facility, but we can't get an update. And then we find out, well, we know Cody's gone to film Street Fighter, and him and Brandy's had a baby in the meantime, and posted a picture of the baby with his hand on the baby, but we don't know where Cody is. Can somebody tell me how that works? So he's had a baby, but we don't know where he is. He's injured, but also filming Street Fighter. Brother, do better, bro. Kayfabe is dying, dead. Elton John from the pretty ugly, what they called? Elton John from the pretty. It's Elton John, isn't it?
Elton John. I mean, Elton Prince.
Prince Elton, that guy, blood. He does this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trash, blood. Trash. Listen, I'm not interested in fighting. I'm not interested in seeing the tag team with leggings and cleavage, blood. No man should have a top with cleavage, blood. They got the baddie thing on. They wear the baddie top, bruv. Like, if a thing wore that, you'd be like, raw. She looks good. They wear Gymshark attire, but like, what we... I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, if anybody needs a character change, it's them, man, bro. The zesty Essex thing ain't working, bro. It ain't working, bro. In fact, I don't like man with cleavage, bro. Like, remember when Braun Strowman used to have his one nipple like his vest, bro? He used to wind me up, bro. Like, bro, get a big vest, bro. Pisses me off, bro. Next up, we spoke about Julia. Oh my God, I'm getting to Jacob Fatu blood. I don't want to lose my shit, bro. But if we talk about rising stars of the WWE over the last year, surely he's the most popular one. You know what I mean? Fatu, I love you, Solo. Brother, they took his title off him to give to his cousin, to give to that fucking Burger King worker, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn looks like a window cleaner, bro. Sami Zayn looks like a street sweeper. Shave your chest, bro. Do something with your. You know what the best thing to do with Sammy? Because I'm creative here, bro. I'm gonna tell you what you do with Sammy, bro. He's got the title. Have him get knocked out. I'm talking someone is spearing through a barricade, so he hits the back of his head. When he wakes up, he's back to conspiracy Sammy, bro. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know why he's got the title, and he thinks he's back in 2022, blood. Then he starts talking about, I'm really looking forward to my match against Johnny Knoxville, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Sammy, you've already fought Johnny Knoxville. Run it back, bro." Because you know what? I feel disrespectful because I'm a fan of Sami Zayn in it. But we need to bring structure back to the WWE. For example, everyone who's a mid-carder, bro. One, it's not disrespectful. And two, some people just belong there, bro. Forever. I'm asking my son, if The Miz stayed only winning the Intercontinental title, the US title, but done all the Miz stuff, you'd be fine with it, wouldn't you? Bro, I'm not you expecting Dominic Mysterio to win the WWE title? Exactly. Because order needs to be there, bro. Like, do you know what a big deal it was for Rey Mysterio to win the WWE title, or for Eddie Guerrero to beat Brock Lesnar? It was the reason why it was a big deal, because they used to do tail of the tapes before the matches, and it's like, you can't beat Brock Lesnar, bro. Even though Eddie Guerrero's a hench guy on that, it's Brock Lesnar, bro. And it's called the World Heavyweight It's on the belt. It says it on the belt. It says it on the belt. It doesn't say the Light Heavyweight Championship, the Cruiserweight Championship, the Strawweight Championship. It don't say that, bruv. It says World Heavyweight. And we got Little Man winning titles, bro. Brother, there's so many, bro. There's so many titles, bro. Brother. Logan Paul don't need to go for the WWE title. You know what? I'm not even using Logan because Logan's in shape, blood. Logan looks like a wrestler, bro. He's annoying as shit and he keeps sticking his tongue out and I want to punch him up for it, bro. But Logan looks like he can fight the man, then, bro. When you saw Logan stand face to face with John Cena, he didn't look out of place, bro. How does it, brother? Drop your carbs for 6 weeks, hit the treadmill, and shave your chest, bro. That's all man are asking, blood. Just out here looking like a pauper, bro. You know what? You know why? You know, it's a little bit different for you, son, because you're a little bit younger, innit? But you know why man them love wrestling? One, it's escapism, and two, bro, they sell us dreams, bro. Larger than life athletes, bro. We're not supposed to think we can be wrestlers, bro. We're not supposed to look. None of you, man, in the chat are supposed to look at wrestlers and think you can beat them. Let me tell you something, bro. Put me in a fatal four-way against Johnny Gargano, Dominic, Sami Zayn, JD McDonough, blood. I will punch them all up, blood. I will punch them all up, bro. Power bombs everywhere, body slams, clothesline from hell. I'm knocking them out, bro. I should, brother. I'm not even gonna. It's not even on my MacBook, bro. I would have showed them, bro. If you see the picture of me standing next to Ricochet, but I look like I'll kill him, bro. I look like, if you see the picture of my son standing next to Ricochet at 16 years old, blood, he looks like he'll kill him, bruv. He looks like he will kill him. His GCSEs weren't done. His GCSEs were not done at the time of that photo, blood. He looked like he will kill man, bro. Any casual people walking past Smiths that day, they thought I was the wrestler, blood. They thought it was me. I had pro wrestling savage hat on. I shouldn't. I'm telling you, man, this, bro, right now. Go take your mom, take your girlfriend, take your little sister to an event who doesn't watch WWE. Yeah? Just walk around WrestleMania time. You're going to spot wrestlers everywhere, indie guys, all of that. Ask your mom which one's a wrestler, bro. Ask your mom. Because I can tell you one thing, bro. Ain't nobody looking at Roman Reigns going, what does he do? You know what he does? He punches someone up for a living. I can see it, bro. So you're telling me Sami Zayn can't do what Cody does? Cody's in great shape, bro. The thing is, Sami Zayn's not even out of shape. He's just a little bit meaty, bro. If he was a vegetable, he'd be a leek. You know them leeks, just a little flimsy. Like, he's tender stem broccoli, bro. He's built like a Bailey body, bro. And he beat Gunther, blood, with a haluva kick. He beat bro. They had him beat Solo. I don't want to get on this Sami Zayn rant. I actually like him, bro, but he beat Solo just with a haluva kick, blood. There was no interference. There was no cheating. He didn't hit the back of his head on a turnbuckle. He just gave him a haluva kick, blood. We have Brock Lesnar versus John retiring Cena coming up at WrestlePalooza, blood. John Cena's going to win that match. And I'm just going to stare at the screen with no reaction. You know why, blood? Because I saw last week John Cena give Sami Zayn Edge's spear, 2 AAs, an ankle lock, an angle slam, a pop-up powerbomb. He done a STF. He did all the moves, and he couldn't beat Sami Zayn, bro. But you think that he's going to give Brock Lesnar 1 AA and get him out of there, and I'm just going to sit there? Or do you not want me to do the over-the-top reaction thing so I can get WWE TV? I don't care, blood. You think it's a game? You think that me and my son was playing games? You think we turned up on WWE TV because we were doing fake reactions? No! They're real reactions. Not like these punks online screaming around their bedrooms, lying, bruv. Just lying, bruv. Just want them to relate to wrestlers, bruv. For what? I don't want to relate to wrestlers, bruv. The fact that everybody just leaves school now and thinks they can be a wrestler is a problem. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that everyone just thinks, I can do what he can do. I never just thought I could do what brother, you think I just watched Jeff Hardy and was like, I just light still, I'll just do that. It's Jeff, innit?
This stuff is easy to do now. Like, I'll do it at college.
I'll tell you what's happening, bro. The new way to become, because obviously they got the ID stuff to take people from sports. That's fine. If you want to be a wrestler now, just become an influencer. Just become an influencer, and say that you're interested in wrestling, bro. They'll take you to the shows. Eventually, you'll get a conversation with one of these dons. One of these little nerdy wrestlers will bread you and that because you got more followers than them. And then Triple H put you in the show. Like, the stuff that I liked what's happened where I've enjoyed it. But when I sit back, I'm like, but how? Example. Thank you, son. The example. This is not a diss against him. I like Speed, bro. I have no problem with the kid. I enjoy his content. I only didn't like Speed when he was doing gay shit. Not because I got a problem with gay people, but you can't be out here, my son's watching your channel and that, and you're doing blowjob noises and twerking. That can't work, blood. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good dad if I was just letting man get away with that. Yeah, but he's growing up now. I like Speed. He goes around the countries and all that. I like it. Do you guys believe that let's not even do attitude era. Let me not even be unfair. Do you man think while ruthless aggression era was going on, You man think that Speed was getting in that Royal Rumble? Is that what you think? Well, Batista was in there. Randy, Ric Flair, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, the Dudley Boys, Snitsky, Triple H himself, The Rock, Booker T, RVD, Sean Stasiak, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Vince himself, Edge, Christian, Kurt, Jericho. You man thought that Speed would get into that Royal Rumble. Not a chance, blood. Not a chance. Because you know what happened in that Royal Rumble? Somebody was missing out who probably should have been in there. There ain't no way. These men are scrounging going, yo, we need. Let me not. I didn't even talk about one of the biggest fumbles, bro. I missed him out. My bad. Ron Killings, blood. The biggest fumbles of this year is R-Truth, Karrion Kross. Bro, R-Truth and Karrion Kross, you fumbled the shit out of that, bro. Bro, you. Do you remember We Want Truth? Do you remember that? Wasn't that long ago? Do you remember Truth coming back in H&M hoodie? Truth's back, turns up on Raw, cuts his hair off. Oh my God, we got Ron Killings. Do you know what happened the week after that? She fought Aleister Black as a regular person. You know what happened the week after that? Nothing. They had Truth. They had Truth on the screen. My bad, y'all. I thought I was in Ireland, blah, 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 but I'm in Ireland in Georgia, blood. We're back there. Isn't that what happened when we was in Australia the year before? And he went to Austria. These man, I told you, and I have to keep reiterating this. I do not hate Triple H, bro. I love Triple H. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, bro. But the Paul Levesque you blood, that's a different Don, bro. The Paul Levesque dude is not, bro. I'm telling you, the Paul Levesque you is a different Don to Triple H, bro. Because he felt embarrassed that he picked the name of R-Truth to get rid of, and that it backfired, and Nick Khan got him back. So what did he do? He welcomed him back with open arms. We're gonna do everything with R-Truth for the first week, and then I'll bury the fucker, bro. Because how dare you embarrass me, bro? How dare you embarrass me? That's what happened, bro. That's what happened. This geezer, Karrion Kross said, people were messaging me, DMing me, like said, when we went to live events, we couldn't get Karrion Kross t-shirts. He had to message WWE himself to say, yo, where's my t-shirts and the merch? Yo, then his t-shirt became one of the highest sellers in the company with no matches, bro. Do you know when he lost this? He lost that match, didn't he, to Savagetalk? I just realized. Did he lose twice to him? Did he lose in Saudi and SummerSlam? Yeah. Do you know that when he fought Sammy the first time, it was his first pay-per-view match since 2022, since Crown Jewel against Drew McIntyre? How? It's 2025. That's 3 years, bro. How? That's 36 months, bro. How? Who? Brother, who? Forget this. Don't even need, bro. This is a rocket science. Who in their right mind? Who in the blue hell ever looked at Scarlett and said, "We can't do anything with her"? Who looked at her and said, "But we ain't got nothing for Scarlett"? She could have been a general manager, a general PA. She could have worked in the canteen, blood, bruv. Oh my God, bruv. Who looked at Scarlett and said no, blood? Who, blood? Who? But you got the Secret Cervix on SmackDown every week. Dewdrop and Alba Fire, blood, in a shirt and tie. Who looked at who, bruv? I'm sorry. You know what? Alba Fire, Dewdrop. I'm actually sorry, bro, because it's almost disrespectful to use to it. I don't want you to lose your job. But my point is, who looked at that? Who looked at? I'm sorry, guys. This stream was needed, bro. I won't be like this again. So just I mean, I'm sorry, but I need to know which jabroni backstage. Yeah, which jabron, which Rudy Poo, which poo tang pie eating motherfucker backstage looked at her and said, "Nah, blood." Triple H been fumbling. Do you remember when we went to Scotland, bro? Remember when we went to? Do you remember when they took the titles off Jade and Bianca because Scotland and life? Guess what? One of those members of the tag team ain't even in WWE anymore. They ain't there. They ain't there. They ain't there. Morris, you're right. Alba Fire. You know why I know you're right? Because I used to watch NXT UK, and on NXT UK, Alba Fire was one of the best in the company, and so was Doudrop Blood. I used to talk about it. Yo, bring Piper Niven up, bro. They brought her up as some I don't know, bro, some chubby gladiator, blood. Like, what is the outfit she wears, bro? I don't understand, bro. And now they got her in that stretch out shirt, blood. And before anyone in the chat gets offended because she's fat, she's fat. She knows she's fat. Ain't no way anyone with a stomach like that don't know the fat. Just out here sent on him, man, and that. Crushing up bodies and bones, blood. They fumbled Nia Jax too. Oh my God, Nia, blood. Oh, pray for Nia, blood. They fumbled Nia, blood. They just had her lose to Tiffany week after week after week after week. And at the beginning of the run, they had Naomi lose to Tiffany week after week. I have some hope for Tiffany. I noticed that over the last couple of weeks, Tiffany's all in all black all of a sudden. I got some hope for it. I'm not being a perv. She looks great. Of course, she looks great. Change something because it's every time. It's done, blood. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done, blood. It's done. Can we change something on me chin, my chin, your chin, her chin? Can we do something? Or kick her off TV and tell her, I'm sorry, this is disrespectful, but I don't care, bro. Me chin, if you ever see this, I apologize, blood. But yo, by any means necessary, let's kick Meechin off TV and tell her you can't come back on TV till you bring Keith Lee with you, blood. That way he's going to have to come back, bro, because you misses his jobs on the line. I didn't even finish. My bad. I didn't realize there's a whole month. There's more people. Back to regular proceedings. We was on Jacob Fatu, Jade Cargill. Brother, she has the coldest entrance. She came in as the powerhouse thing. I'm sure she could do better in the ring herself, but the stories, yeah. Corn on the cob, Mateo, blood. I'm gonna put these lot together in it. All of the MFTs have been fumbled apart from Solo, blood, and Solo's doing his own work. Can somebody tell me what is the difference between Corn on the cob, Mateo, blood, Tortonga, Tamatonga, and Tongaloa, blood? What is the difference between them, bro? And I don't mean the attributes or what they look like. What is the difference between them? Because they're all dressed like gay Nightwing, bro. All of them. They're all dressed like gay Nightwing, and they all do the same thing, bro. How can you be a sideman to someone's sideman? Weren't Solo a sideman? That's like ordering mashed potato and coleslaw and nothing else at Nando's. What are you doing? Who goes Nando's and orders tender stem broccoli and edamame beans? Why are the side dishes, bro? Who has milkshake with no shake? Who has Coca-Cola with no fizz? It doesn't make any sense, bro. They're the Island Boys. Just give them the song. Island Boy, I'm just trying to make it. The Island Boys, bro. The Island Boys. Remember when we did that stream and I counted, you got 15 Samoans in the company, bro? And all of a sudden, they come to Birmingham, and all of a sudden, Bronson Reed thinks he's done us a favor by letting us know he's Samoan. Oh, sorry, Bronson. We didn't know. We didn't just look at you and think he looks Samoan. Yeah, we knew, blood. We knew. You're the one who didn't mention it, Talon Roman. My family was the strongest on the island. Whose family? Roman's family is the island, bruv. Every Samoan is related to, bro. Every Samoan is related to The Rock and Roman, bro. All of them. You know, brother. I'll tell you what you've got. Big up. Where's Vin Diesel? If you're watching, you're not. But somebody send this to Vin Diesel, bro. I just got you the cast for the new Fast and Furious. If you need to go back to Samoa, if you need to go back to Samoa, just go to WWE, bro. They're all there. That's all of them. Uncle Oos, brother Oos, nanny Oos, sister Oos. They're all there, bro. Jimmy Uso. Let's not even go there. That's my guy, bro. He's been sideman Oos for a year, bro. His brother's been running around yeeting. He's been no yeeting. And the only time he yeeted was in Naomi blood and got her pregnant. So that's that done. Joe Gacy, bro. Disgusting. I don't want to look at his face, blood. Johnny got. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude because I'm an NXT black and gold guy. You ruined Johnny Gargano. I don't even like him anymore. I don't like him anymore. Do you remember when we just used to watch NXT?
Yeah.
I don't like this Gargano you anymore. He's just there. He's just there and he does super kicks. That's all he does. Kevin Owens. You know what you fumbled on Kevin Owens? His fucking neck. Yeah? That's what you fumbled on Kevin Owens. Because Kevin told us, remember when he came in the ring and said it's done, he's got to go doctors. What did Kevin say? He said, and I quote, picked up on this twinge around December, January times. But you decided to put him in an unsanctioned match with Sammy, and didn't he get power drive for a ladder with his neck in it? Brother, somebody listen to me, guys. Listen to me. If somebody tells you I got a problem with my neck, I don't know what it is, but I'm not sure. Doctor probably said I shouldn't do anything. And then your company gives you an unsanctioned match against Sammy, where the whole match was brutal, blood. Remember we watched it. Remember I said they're gonna come out with jeans and hand wrap, blood. The whole match was brutal. They were putting up mats off the floor and power driving each other. If I'm correct, didn't one of them do the power driver through the chairs? And then that move when he landed in the back of his head. Then you put him in a match against Cody at Saturday Night Main Event, and the match finishes with him folded in the ladder, bro. I remember Sammy came out and he was standing between them and he didn't know what to do because he's friends with Cody and friends with Kevin, brother. So you fumbled his neck, you fumbled his career. I hope Kevin sues you for you got Kit Wilson. Who the fuck is Kit Wilson? More cleavage done his, bro. Look at that. Man's wearing a blouse, blood. Me chin, my chin, your chin, fumbled, bro. And she does that dead flat back twerk as well, blood.
You got such an issue with that.
Now the twerk's stiff, blood. No back Djokovic, blood. Disgusting. Big up me and Montez. I don't want to get into it because it's going to wind me up. Montez and Dawkins has been disrespectful the whole time. Just listen. I'm telling you, bro. Not one of them, but both of them. One can be the WWE champion, and one can be the Intercontinental champion or the US title. I'm telling you, Dawkins has D'Lo Brown tendencies, bro, and he can talk. Montez was built for greatness. Who looked at Montez and thought he can't do anything on his own? Do you not remember when Vince McMahon was there and he put him against Roman? Do you not remember the match between Roman and Montez, bro?
It was really good as well.
And it was on SmackDown. It was amazing.
If they're doing the heel thing, him and Dawkins should. What should happen?
Dawkins going to be from it.
Yeah, or let Bronson or Braun win one of them titles, and then both Street Profits go back at the division, and then Montez be like, "I'm going after the heavyweight title," and then that's how you break the two up.
I like it
because then you can say Dawkins is like, "Why do you get to go?"
New Day did that as well, didn't they? Yeah. I said that when I was in the show. Jealousy, yeah.
Dawkins goes and wins the other title, and then they do a match whilst they're both champions against each other.
I'm with you because I much prefer him to be. I much prefer Tez to be the heel one, and I'll tell you why. You remember when you came in the other day and I was watching the show?
Yeah.
Bianca and Tez. Anyone who's watched that show, it's called Love and WWE. No joke, bro. It's all in kindness in it because they're friends, but they're always dissing Dawkins for the way he dresses in it. Because even on that WrestleMania one, they're like, "Yo, you can't be turning up in joggers," and he's like, "Why?" And they're like, "Brother, even Bianca's like, you're representing the Street Profits, you can't do that."
Yes.
So you have him be like, "Yeah, like, yo, you keep putting me down, bro. Like, I'm just trying to be whatever." Then have Tez show off a little bit more. You can change Bianca's character as well to fit that. You can have Dawkins with beef up still if you want. Then they can have their mixed match, and then whatever, and then Bianca and Tez can win. They can beat the crap out of them. Yeah, man. I tell you what, the fun with it, because do you not remember when Montez came back hench, bro? When he came back, bro, that's when you should have done it, bro. I digress, man. Anyway, Naomi, she's fine. You took a while to get there, but she's fine. Nathan Frazier, he just looks like a pervert, so I don't know. Nia Jax, she fumbled it. Nick Aldis is trash, but no, I'm sorry. I know he's just a general manager, but he's terrible, bro. You not watch SmackDown tonight, and I bet you any money, bro. I swear to you, he spent more time with Chelsea Green this year than any other person on SmackDown. All I ever see is Chelsea Green in the office screaming about a match, bro. And he goes, "You want the match? You've got the match. I'll make it tonight." And my question is, if he spends all show making matches, then what did people pay for before they got there? Yeah. Like, if you go to a football match, a man's like, "You know what, Salah, you've got a problem with Saka. We're going to make a match between Arsenal and Liverpool." So what the fuck do you think I turned up here for, bro? Like, what? Nikki Cross. Let's not talk about it, bro. She went from being in a trance. Just remember, she was walking around for time in a trance. To try, you know what I knew it was over for Nikki Cross? She failed to throw the 24/7 7-Eleven I-95 TV Championship South in the bin. And that was when it was over, bro. Paul Heyman. This is the brother. How have you?
Fumbling Paul Heyman was crazy.
Fumbling Paul Heyman is like fumbling God. And I don't even believe in him, bro. That's like fumbling Beyonce, bro. It doesn't make... How, bro? How, since WrestleMania, has Paul been not interested? Oh my God, bro. They fumbled Paul, blood. You know, I'm gonna have to big up Roman Reigns even more now, because I was sure that everything with Roman Reigns was all Paul Heyman. Yes, but now Roman ain't. Actually, you know what? I won't, because it's probably both of them. Because even Roman's been fumbled, bro, and I don't. That hurts me to say that, bro. But we'll get to it. Piper Niven, R-Truth, Randy Orton, Ray Phoenix. Brother, all the managers said, bruv, Randy's just there for vibes now. I don't even, he's going to, you know what's going to happen to Randy tonight at SmackDown? He's going to lose to Drew McIntyre. And it won't mean anything. Yeah, it won't mean anything. I had a whole COVID of watching Drew versus Randy. And the only thing that's different now is the swap places. One's a babyface, one's a heel. Safe. Bro, he's going to lose. Or Cody's going to turn up.
Oh, that is going to happen.
Oh, just let everyone know as well. This isn't a spoiler, because the man himself, Triple H, decided to tell everyone on Pat McAfee's show, Cody Rhodes will be at WrestlePalooza. Why? Why tell us? Why? What? Like, he's already missing. You said that you couldn't find him, but somehow you knew that he's turning up, bro. Now, if he's just turning up and you haven't booked him a match, that means he's going to need to turn up before then. So, I'm going to tell you what Cody... I'm going to tell you Cody's fighting. He's going to fight Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza, bro. There's a spoiler for you, bro. A spoiler that I made up myself, bro. Because what else is he doing?
Unless they do something a bit different than he has both of them.
I wish.
I don't know what they're going to do that. So.
Ray Phoenix fumbled. Roman Reigns. Bro. Roman Reigns at this point in his career is here for pops, bro. Okay? That's what he's here for. Because if I'm going to... I'll prove it to you as well. I'm going to prove it, bro. Because I don't just talk shit, bro. I'm going to prove it. You're going to find out the hard way. Watch. I'm going to find you all of Roman Reigns' last matches, appearances. He doesn't have matches because he doesn't fight on Raw or SmackDown. Roman. There we go. How dare they put someone else's name ahead of his? So you disrespectful. All right, Roman, Pensacola, Florida. Roman Reigns. Let's go to his matches. Okay. Now, I'm going to start from 2025. This is what Roman's done this year. He fought in a tribal combat match against Solo for the Ula Fala beats.
That was the shit.
That was the debut of Netflix on it. Oh, yeah. That was January. Just count for me. That's one. He fought in the Royal Rumble. That's two. He fought at WrestleMania.
That was normal.
Yeah, because that's when Seth stamped on his face on it. He fought. So he's done Tribal Combat, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania Triple Threat match. Yeah. He fought with Jey Uso at SummerSlam in a tag team match. And he beat Bronson Reed at Clash of Paris. That's all he's done this year. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
7 and 6.
You want to know how many title matches are in there? None of them, bruv. You know when Roman's last title match was? The one he lost. The one he lost his title is son. The last time Roman fought for a title is when he lost the title, bro. That was WrestleMania 40, bro. Today we had a conference for WrestleMania 43, and he still hasn't had a title match, bro. How do you fumble Roman Reigns, bro? How? Sami Zayn, whatever. Santos Escobar, blood. Well, somehow Santos Escobar is a manager for Humberto and Gaza. That's what he does. Yeah. Okay. This guy, brother, this one makes me want to cry a little bit, bro. Nakamura. Big up everyone in the chat. I'm sorry I'm not getting into the comments. I am reading them. I'm just not reading them out loud. But can I just say something on it? If you've been a wrestling fan from at least 2016, at least, that means you've seen top-notch Nakamura, blood. That means you saw New Orleans Nakamura. That means you saw Brooklyn Nakamura. That means you saw the Black Violin. Even the Black Violinist don't have a job anymore, bro. Where is he? Brother, the way they've treated Nakamura, the only thing I can say to him is get the bag, bro. Just get paid and do your thing, because I don't understand, bro. And they gave him the same storyline twice. One with Cody, one with Seth. Usually I ain't paying attention. They gave him the same storyline, bro. What was his problem with Cody? Nothing. He just wanted to spit in his face. What was his problem with Seth? He said, "You've been lying, Seth." For weeks he told us he's been lying. You've got a fractured spine. Can you tell me why Nakamura's bothered about an X-Man spine? Why is it bothering him that much, blood? They had him speaking in subtitles, blood. Yeah? They had him speaking in subtitles. He whispered to Seth, "I know about your back, blood." All right. So you had him whisper about man's fractured back and then had him lose to the man with the fractured back. All right, blood. All right, bro. He can spit miss. If that's what he's going to do, you should have brought back to Tajiri, blood, and done a tag team. Honestly. Next up, Solo. Solo is the most improved wrestler in the company. And you know what? I don't even want to say that, because if anyone knows Street Champion Solo from NXT, he could always talk. I remember him going against Imperium. So, but he's come out of his shell. He's give us comedy moments. He's give us serious moments. He's great in the ring. But they snatched the title off him. So now he was beefing with his cousin, who's also been great, Jacob Fatu. And now there's not a title between them. So what point did they have to fight each other now? None. Fine. Tamatonga. Shh. Yeah. He's injured. But he's dressed as gay Nightwing. Not gas, look. It's Nightwing, look. The Miz. Bruv. He's in a group called Mellow Don't Miz. Enough said.
That's right. Is the Miz just there with the Miz? Because every tag team he gets is just the name. So are they looking at names that work with the name?
Yeah, Awesome Truth.
And then putting them
together? Yeah, bro. That's.
Why is he?
And you know what else they do with the Miz? They just put him with any stray black dude, bro. Yeah. Like any stray black dude that can't find a home, they go with Miz. And any celebrity that comes in, they go with Miz. He used to be in a reality TV program.
If the Miz never gets put in the Hall of Fame,
no, he has to. Man, the Grand Slam champion and everything, bro. I love the Miz, man. And I love the thing is with Miz, he had great WWE title reign, great Intercontinental title reign. He's been a great tag team before, more than once. His reality show was. Remember when we sat there for most of the day just watching the clips of the show? Yeah. His wife was cold. He had great stories with Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. Bro, he's cold, bro.
This is intriguing. This is my favorite game, wasn't it?
I love that game. Bro. I was thinking about Thingy earlier, actually, the Lego movie with Lloyd and that, and Emma. Cold, bro. Tiffany Stratton. They've not fumbled Tiffany Stratton, but like she's irrelevant. Like I don't understand how you can be an irrelevant champion, and I like her, but she's just there, isn't it? Like again, I'm gonna ask serious questions, people now. Don't send for me, blood. Don't send no shots at me. I asked my son too, blood. If Tiffany Stratton wasn't fire, would anyone care? Chat, answer that question, please, bro. You want me to be more respectful, even though it is respectful. It's not this. If Tiffany Stratton wasn't easy on the eye, if she wasn't, yeah, would anybody care? Okay, thanks a lot for basketball, because that's the fact, bro. Nobody would care, bro. Nobody would care. She's Julia, pretty much. Julia's not even butters, but Julia got no back blood. Julia built like an ironing board, boy. She built like a surfboard. Blood. Julia built like Tommy Dreamer blood. She built like Jamie Noble, bro. She built like Sami Zayn blood. Yep, honestly don't care. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That you can't fool us with fire things, bro. There's fire things everywhere. The thing is in WWE, bro. Like, it's easier to talk about who's butters than who's fire, because everyone's fire, bro. Like, this. Morris, you know the problem with Julia is I didn't understand the gas of Julia when she was on NXT. Like, when they put her in that match against Stephanie Vickers, the title versus title match, I didn't get it. I was like, why have you pushed her? But you know what happens? You know the nerds that like, the ones who lie about everything. I watched her in New Japan. Oh, you little brokey. You can't even afford to watch New Japan, but you saw her, did you? Oh my God, Kanishiwa, I saw her. That's what they do, bro. That's what they do, bro. I saw her in Women of Wrestling. I saw her in WoW. I saw what's the one in Japan? The women Stardom. I saw her in Stardom. I saw her at the what's that show they have? There's Japan WrestleMania in the big drone. Every
Stardom.
Nah, I think you just made it up. But Starcade.
Yeah.
It's Starcade. Something Cade blood. I saw her and Kota Ibushi was there. You know, Kota Ibushi's always there, blood. That's had enough, bro. You had enough. It's like, I don't want to say it. My son knows how I feel about this girl, bro. But she's as annoying as Noam Dar, blood. You just no, because I can't stand Noam Dar, blood. Just bring back TJ Perkins at this point.
Yeah, bring him back.
Okay, you probably didn't see this. Tyler Breeze came back to NXT.
And I saw it.
Oh, Tyler! All right, Tyler's back, blood. Yeah, Breezy and that. Bring up Breeze Angle, blood. It's Fandango. Julia is half Italian too, right? But she's Japanese, blood. I don't care if she's half of anything, bro. She's Japanese, blood. You get me? Just like Roman Samoan, yes, but he's half Italian. Who cares, bro? It's just Samoan, isn't it? It's like that, bro. Roman just wanted to be Italian last week, blood. He touched down in Bologna, and all of a sudden Roman's talking about Bella, Ciao Bella, and that. Roman, you Samoan, bro. Allow it, bro. It's your birthday. Hey man. Love for basketball. Hey, big up, man. You get me? Nah, don't let WWE ruin your birthday. Get yourself a little honey, blood. Yeah, damn, blood. Yeah, blood. Get a little thing to give you a little Bronco buster in the core. Yeah. You have to get a little thing to give you a little Bronco buster. If you know, blood. Trust me, blood. You have to get a little girl to put you in a little crucifix pin. If you know, blood. Trust me. Don't let me dissect the code, blood. Fashion files from the Fashion Police was hilarious, bro. That was fun. This is what I'm saying, bro. Don't get me wrong. Vince booked some weird stuff, bro. He did. But you'll have to understand. Vince, the last few years when man were talking about Vince's ruining stuff and that. Yeah, but for 30 years before that, he was getting everything cold, bro. Like, allow him in it. He's an old man and he was out of touch with reality, bro. So he doesn't know about certain things. He thinks that like certain things are funny, bro. They're not. But like when Bobby Lashley had sisters, remember that? Or when Sami Zayn got vertigo from a suplex. Said, "Oh, where's Sami? He can't turn up today. He's got vertigo, blood." Yeah, perfect. So hold on, man jumps on the top rope every week, but he's got vertigo. But yeah, man, Shield versus Evolution was Vince, brother. Like all of that before WrestleMania 38 was Vince, bro. In fact, everything before up until WrestleMania 38, and then most of WrestleMania to 39 was Vince Hollywood. I mean, you're not forgetting that Vince was at WrestleMania 38. He took that Fugazi stunner. Bro, he took the stunner that bad that Austin started laughing. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Because Austin was trying to grab him by the neck and he kept falling over and that. That was it Austin Fury and then Pat McAfee was there as well, isn't it? Yeah, man. Brock versus AJ Styles was Vince. Brother, listen, it's easier for you to just say, yeah, Dallas, bro. All of it was Vince, bro. It's all Vince, man. Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there was a mix at the time where Triple H was inputting as well, bro. And black and gold, Triple H. But I'll tell you do you want to know where the creativity left Triple H? When AEW smoked him. That's what I swear to you, bro. Triple H made a comment about AEW talking about they're not competition. What did he say they were? They're a pissant company. He said they're a t-shirt. That's what he said. He said AEW are a t-shirt company, bro. And you know what AEW done? They went and punched up in lockdown. They punched up NXT because I remember it. You don't go on my channel. You're on my channel now. Scroll down. Put Samoa Joe versus Karrion Kross. That's NXT. What was that called? Takeover. Why am I thinking Takeover 36? Why is the number 36 there? It was a Takeover. That was the last one. Because I remember seeing the rainbow colors for the new NXT and I'm thinking, brother, this ain't it. And then they lost Adam Cole and they lost the whole of Undisputed Era. They lost Velveteen Dream and that crop of people would be the main roster now, wouldn't they? They'd be top of the card. Think of all the people that they've fumbled on. You'd have Adam Cole, the whole of Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Then they'd have Gargano and Ciampa. They'd have Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black. That would have been Ricochet. They were going in the right direction. Thingy would have been there as well. Keith Lee would have been there. Andrade would have been there. They fumbled it, bro. I know it's people about Sean, but it's just as good as everyone. Yeah, listen, the thing I rate about NXT is they try stuff all the time. Like WWE do not leave the arena for anything. And NXT, all of the stuff with like Tony D and Stacks and all that. Bro, these men have been doing vignettes in hotels and that, bro. Oh, actually, you'll know now. I can say it to you now because you've watched the part of Walking Dead because Negan's in it now, isn't it? Yeah. The match between Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream, the parking lot, bro. Velveteen Dream dressed as Negan.
Oh yeah, he is.
Leather jacket, scarf, and he's got the baseball bat with the barbed wire. Yeah. It's a Negan reference in it. So yeah. 2019 NXT was the best NXT year. I don't know if I agree, but it was great. The only reason why I don't know if I agree because I remember when me and my son watched pay-per-views back, it was always like TakeOver London with Finn Balor, Samoa Joe versus Finn, Andrade versus Adam Cole, the Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream, say my name. And what I remember Velveteen Dream had the leggings on with Call Me Vince.
Oh yeah.
Oh brother. Sick, man. Johnny Gargano versus Ciampa, all of the matches. That last man standing match, bro, when he looked like he won and he was handcuffed and he fell off the box and stood up.
Oh yeah.
Brother. Yeah, man. Oh my god, honestly, now you're talking, brother. Imagine Keith Lee versus Obafemi.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. That's a WrestleMania match, bro. It's dark still.
Fatu versus Adam Cole.
Oh. What was that match? Was it halftime heatwave? The one with Ricochet in it.
Oh yeah.
6 man. Bro, they bro. The way their finishes, that Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly match.
Yeah, with the chain.
With the chain, yeah, bro. A few more people. Tommaso Ciampa. Same with Gargano, bro. And him as Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa with no music.
Great.
Cold, bro. Tonga Loa. Yeah, enough said about Tonga Loa still, bro. This geezer's a bit off his head. Uncle Howdy. Bro, sometimes sometimes things should be just left alone. Honestly, I don't mean this to sound disrespectful. Okay, it's gonna sound disrespectful. You lot, if you're not listening to what I'm saying, then it's your own problem. Uncle Howdy and the whole Wyatt Six thing should have died with Bray blood. Hear what I'm saying, bro? You see when there's somebody who's running a company and he's the best at it, and the people love him, but they love it because of him, and then he passes away. Take the money from the company, sell the company, start a new one. Don't touch this. The legacy's too much, blood. The legacy's too much, bro. The lasting legacy of Bray needs to be Bray Wyatt, bro, from what we saw at the end, bro. And the lasting memory I've got of them now is, brother, I can't express to you how much Gacy and Loomis are boring to me, bro. I can't express it, bro. Like if they were gonna do anything, which they still shouldn't have, they should have just done the Wyatt family, bro. Forget all of the. You can't get that wrong, bro, and go back to the cabin. See, that's more Vince stuff, because we were at cabins all the time in the woods. We know what happened with the match eventually, and the match was a bit weird, didn't it? They tried something though, yeah, where they put the maggots on the floor and all that stuff. But you start forgetting leading up to that match. That match started in a house on a random street. Remember? The only problem was Randy turned up in a limo and trousers. We don't know why. Oh, yeah. But and they fought in the house. Bray was hiding behind the fridge. But I like the fact that the match started there and ended up in the ring, just like the final deletion. It started outside the gate, ended up in a ring, ended up, chair of wheels, lower of lawn. Like, we had it on AEW as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, bro, Orgasmic Isaiah and that blood. So they've got it in them to do that kind of stuff. That whole thingy with Randy and Bray, when Randy burnt down the cabin, bro. Yeah. And we had him backstage, because you lot are forgetting that Randy was a part of the Wyatts, innit? Just like Daniel Bryan was. But yeah, we saw what happened there. Bray beat AJ. Was it AJ? He beat AJ. AJ beat John, and he beat him in the Elimination Chamber. Then they fought. Yeah, man. I think it was a black one, Morris. I think it was a black wife beater with hand straps and then like work trousers. Like, that's what killed me about Randy. He didn't even turn up in trousers that you'd wear to wrestle in. He turned up in like elbow pads and actual like school trousers. But yeah, man, just try stuff, innit? Try things, bro. It's like, for example, when Charlotte was returning and we were seeing like vignettes of her. She was on a boat. It was like the Queen's batch on a boat. She got back to the WWE and then nothing. They brought back Alexa Black, just regular, bro. And the Alexa one's confusing because it's like she's got Lily with her still. She's got like Fiend stuff on her jacket, but she's not with the Wyatts. And she doesn't have anything to do with them. And also, I don't know if people remember that her and Bray, like on TV, didn't like each other anymore. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand, why did she just come back as the goddess alone instead of that kind of stuff? It doesn't make any sense, bro. And then the final person, Zelina Vega. And I have to say this, man. The only problem you have with Zelina Vega is that she's really small. So you're putting her against people that look bigger than her. The match looks awkward, but she's actually really good. And I stand by this. She can speak better than nearly every woman on the roster, bro. I'm not joking. And you must be forgetting that she was Andrade's manager before. She can speak better than everyone on the roster. So I heard her talking on the interview the other day. Chris Van Fleet said, "It's crazy, man, because you're really good on the mic." And she said, "Yeah, they just won't give me the mic to speak." So was expecting Braun to join the Wyatt Six when he came. I didn't expect him to join just because he had the same thing. And remember, it was him and Alexa together. That was the whole thing in House of Horrors match. Even that was Vince as well. The House of Horrors match when that geezer was behind them set on fire. Oh yeah. And then right at the end, the Fiend popped out of the water and they had like the ghost of Alexa. This one, Vince, little things like we'd laugh at them, but the COVID match in the WWE headquarters, the Money in the Bank one was Vince, bro. It was Vince. We had the AJ and Daniel Bryan in his office. Nia and that fighting in the boardroom, and Stephanie was there. Rey Mysterio got murdered. He got dashed off a roof. Like, Rey Mysterio's... Actually, you've come to think of it. Rey Mysterio got put through the ringer, bro, because he got dashed off a roof and his eye got taken out in different matches. But they tried stuff. Even, sound like a mad storyline. Man are forgetting about, like, Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah and Ray and Dom. When Buddy's dating Aaliyah. That was jokes, bro. I mean, I don't think I'll be pimping out my daughter for a storyline, but I mean, Boneyard match. Thank you very much, honesty. That was Vince too. I think people are starting to like use that not use that in the chat, but people are confusing. The seemingly hate they think they have. Big up Universal. The seemingly hate they have for Vince of what they think he's done with women compared to his creativity, bro. But that's the stuff with the women is for the courts to deal with. How am I supposed to judge it? Well, I wasn't there, was I? So, from what the whole thing sounds like, to me, was Vince a filthy old man? Probably. I mean, no, I'm not even going to say probably. I saw the storylines he's putting himself in, bro. Like, he was moving mad still. Dawn Marie and Trish Stratus, I saw him, blood. But, again, all the women agreed to that. On camera. Trish Stratus wasn't moaning about get on your knees and bark like a dog. Everyone else is, but she wasn't. And I heard her talk about it. So, all it sounded like to me is, all of you lot thought that him and Linda were still together. But when the court thing came out, you found out that him and Linda had been like separated for 10 years already. So he had a girlfriend. The girlfriend, he got a job at the company. And he got an apartment. And he probably brought an apartment because he's a billionaire. And if he wants to see his girl, he wants to see her in an apartment where he can just go when he wants. But obviously, he probably didn't love her, innit? So he said to Brock and them, man, I got a team. Now, I'm not that kind of done. I'm not sharing my girl. That's not. But he said, yo, Brock got things to do. You want to see it? Brock said, ah. He sent the picture to Brock. Brock said, ah. Vince said, listen, you want to do, you know what I mean? Want to put a word in that. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, bro. Bit pervy, yeah. Bit disrespectful, yeah. Trying to end man's career over it? I don't know. I don't know. But now you've got Paul Levesque Creative. So I hope you all enjoy it. And not only do you have Paul Levesque, you have, if I heard right, they got Road Dogg helps on SmackDown Creative. Sean is on NXT Creative. Triple H oversees all the creative, and then X-Pac is back there doing creative. Now, if that's all true, then... Well, if that's all true, then basically D-Generation X can't be booking stuff, bro. That's the problem, bro. It must not all be true, but what? Yeah, look, bro, Morris. All I'm saying is, I didn't hear. Okay, all I'm saying is Vince ain't been arrested for anything, can it? So basically, his crimes are being nasty, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Now, if he was right here just punching and get up and that, bro, send him to prison, bury him under it, bro. I don't care. Nah, happy days, man. That's not true, blood. That's not true, man. You know what? No, that's not true. I get what you're saying. They didn't want to lose their job, so that's why they agreed to the thingy. Go and listen to all the women talk about it, then. Because I heard Trish live say it, bro. They asked her about her and Mickie James. They're talking about her WrestleMania with Mickie James, and they get on your knees and bark at her. And she said, and the whole stuff with like Linda in the net brace and the wheelchair thing. She said, like, nah, me and Linda was cool. We spoke about the whole thing. Everything was great behind the scenes. So I'm not going to say that, you know what I mean? And if you don't know more, send me the clips of these women speaking so I know. That's all I'm asking. Otherwise, from that, I ain't really trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it because I follow Tori Wilson, the last post of Tori Wilson earlier was 4 pictures of her in brown panties matches. You know what she tweeted next to it? Good times. Trish still comes back to the company. She can't be that hurt. Lita still comes back to the company. Stacy Keibler, she's at the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying. Well, Sable. I mean, that you have to think of something here, Morris. Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar are friends. Sable is Brock Lesnar's wife. You sure you need to hear Sable's word on the matter, bro? You think that man is going to be chilling with someone who's been treating his wife a certain way, and it's just cool, and your name's Brock Lesnar? No. And you not forgetting Sable was a Playboy model at the time, bro. Literally, their job was to get their tits up, bro. No disrespect, but that's what was going on, bro. And I don't know, bro. I didn't want to speculate, bro, but I think Vince probably chopped, probably. She wasn't always with Brock. Remember, Sable was in the company before Brock, way before. And when she was there with Brock, she was with what's his name again? Mark Mero. That was her husband, well, boyfriend at the time. And I heard he was speaking on one of the podcasts not long ago too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's dark, bro. What'd it say at the top? Good times, bro. Raw bra and panty matches. Good times. Same, bro. If all I'm saying is somebody sexually assaulted me, I'm not turning up for a Hall of Fame trophy, you know, like that, with man in the building. It just doesn't make sense. Because this ain't the NBA Hall of Fame, bro. This is WWE, bro. It's TV, it's kayfabe, bro. So, you know what I mean? And the person who that Vince took the mick out the most was himself, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Vince's whole philosophy, innit? I won't ask you not to do anything I won't do myself. And I'm telling you, bro, I seen man Vince tried to get Vince to kiss man's ass and that and took Rikishi's stink face, blood. So nah, there's always going to be secrets, bro. Every secret don't come to the light, blood. You get me? Especially if it's secrets between two people, bro. But maybe everyone's just running around backstage being horny, blood. That's all I'm saying. But all I'm letting man know is, bro, don't be waiting for Vince to die and then try to come out with stories. Because if you come out with stories once Vince dies, I'm not listening to any of them, blood. Because you waited for man to get out of here before he could respond. I ain't hearing it, blood. It's like them people tried to do the Michael Jackson, try to sell stories when Mike's gone talking about, yeah, he tried to touch me in a theme park. Then I go check the date of the theme park and the theme park didn't exist. Yeah, he took me to Disney and didn't exist. You liars, bruv. Anyway. Nah, happy days, you're wrong, bro. You're trying to tell me with time every secret comes out. That's not true, blood. That's not true, blood. If people want it to come out, you know what I mean? Because there's a secret about my son's gender that you lot don't know. But if I don't tell you the truth, then you never know.
Nah, that ain't true, bro.
So how do you know? He said it will always come out, blood. You get me? Must have been fun times backstage during those Melina Batista. Like, I've told you like bare times already, man. For the people that are new, bruv, I saw Miss Kitty and Terry Reynolds backstage with my dad when he was security guard naked, bruv. It's the first titties I saw live, blood. So those I'm letting you not know, and I'm talking about the first titties I've seen in live, bruv, was that WWE Insurrection thing, bruv. They were having a gown, a dressing. I don't know what was nightgown match or Miss Kitty came back. She did the bra thing, but when she went backstage, she just let it go, blood. I said nipples, blood. I said raw. But hey, anyway, WWE Saudi Arabia, beautiful. Can't wait. I'm actually not mad at it. Like I said, let the women dress how they want to dress, and let's run that WrestleMania in it. I don't care. We're gonna get WrestleMania in daytime. We're gonna get the WrestleMania at like 6 o'clock in the day. So,
Not that bad.
in fact,
And to be fair, it's no for us. It's no difference. We're just watching it.
that's what I see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make it. And then, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, what the hell? You be 19? No, you be 18, about to be 19.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is before that, isn't it? Yeah, that means me you can go to WrestleMania parties, but come on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be bringing no girl though. She ain't allowed, blood. If you got a girl at that time, tell her to stay at home, blood. Unless she's one of the rest of wrestling fans, blood, which is hilarious. I hear it in Universal. I couldn't give a damn about tonight's SmackDown, but man tried to interview Brock Lesnar and that, blood, for him to just talk rubbish and that. Why'd you come back to fight Cena? There's not one reply that Brock can give me that I care about. You know why? Because John Cena doesn't have the belt anymore, bro. If he came back while John Cena had the belt, which he came back on the same day John lost it, and then Cody's not defended it since, so it's pointless. But yeah, what do you want to be the guy to take John Cena out? Yeah, man. I told you, Morris, bro. The name of that channel's got to change, bro. That's got to be the month after stream, blood, the month after podcast, because it ain't never the day after. No, Happy Days. Yeah, you're right. Brock came back for a payday, but what I mean is kayfabe, like in the company, the reason that he can give. You're right about the finger, though. Do you think AJ will show up tonight? AJ Styles or AJ Lee? I think you're talking about AJ. I don't know. I like AJ Lee still. I think some people are doing the like either people are going over the top like she's fucking Stone Cold, or people are mugging it off like she's nobody. She's not nobody. But she isn't The Rock and that. She ain't Austin. And you're not going to find out the hard way, bro, because in about a month's time, bro, she's going to be any regular woman on the roster, bro. Just like they did with her husband. But what I do like is there's a bit, like, put it this way, AJ Lee's back. Nikki Bella came back 2 months before that. Paige will come back next. We're running it back, bro. 2014-15 times, bro. We're running it back. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Is she on a part-time contract? They just said that she signed a long-term deal, so I don't know. I'm guessing she's probably been the same or whatever CM Punk's on, and it might as well, so she can travel with him and that. Because obviously they got their dog and that. They'll probably get themselves a little tour bus too. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why everyone does. I would do that. How Cody does it. I think Cody and Gunter's the only one who's got the tour bus backstage. Might as well, bro. That you can bring your family with you and that. Maybe I don't know if Seth and Becky's got one, but yeah, man. AJ Lee's segment on Raw, Zeds. It was too much, man. It was. She's good on the mic, but then there's a point where it becomes a bit like. And then I tell you my mental health out. Yeah, therapy. No, blood. The man them chanting therapy need therapy, blood, because there ain't no reason to chant that at all. And how did she go from I had to sort of mental health out therapy and then go, but you guys know I'm crazy anyway? Because remember, AJD's whole character was she's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
To this day, nobody can tell me why Becky was scared of her. She never fought Becky before.
Oh yeah.
So what's the Becky came in after AJ? What's there for her to be scared of? And why was Becky the only one who was shocked?
Yeah.
There was, I swear, watch it back. Where see it, who's standing outside the ring? Where's Seth standing? Look behind Seth. There's a kid in the crowd with a big welcome back AJ Lee sign, and Becky's the one who's acting shocked. And then Seth's got that face on him. Is like, oh no, hold on a minute. Ain't Becky the champion? So Becky, you got to tell me Becky's not going to be scared of Bayley, Lyra, not Rhea Ripley, not Nia Jax, but she's scared of AJ Lee. Okay. That's wrestling logic for you, though. Larry, it's time for an uncomfortable conversation. Now, Morris, straight away, just don't even bother, blood. Because then don't say uncomfortable conversation and someone's dog blood. Because we're not going to be disrespecting man's dog blood. That's not. Let Larry live, bro. Mercedes will come back in 2 years. I don't think she will, bro. Not with the amount, not the way that I think Tony Khan might be in love with her, you know. No, seriously, bro. She's got 9 belts. Has anyone ever seen that in the bro? That has to be a record. Bro. Who's ever had 9 belts at one time, bro?
You think she'll get the 10?
Yeah, she said she wants 12. I didn't know there was 12 companies.
Imagine she just comes back to the WWE and then dips.
Bro. Tony Khan hasn't realized what's gone on there, bro. You've tried to make her look like a badass, but the one title she doesn't have is the main title. So she's basically telling she won bare mid-card titles, but she can't win. She can't beat Toni Storm, and then eventually she can't have all the titles, which means she has to lose 10 times, bro.
You know what they'll do? They'll do the she'll lose all of them in one match.
She's gonna put them all on the line, on it. She should. Tony Khan might as well book a Royal Rumble match with all the women that she beat.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, she's lost. I'm not making this up. If I'm correct, she's lost 1 match since she's been in AEW, which was to Toni Storm. And then you're gonna make her lose 10 in the 1 year, brother. The booking's dark, bro. The booking is dark. AJ Lee only signed a 1-year contract, ends the same time CM. Hey, listen, at Universal, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I ain't saying you're right, blood. Because I saw I don't know how a long-term contract is 1 year. I don't know how that ended up being 1 year. Also, they've just announced Saudi Arabia WrestleMania, and you think that she's a year? I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. If you're gonna sign a year contract, you might as well not sign a contract. Bro.
They're gonna bring Paige back. They're gonna try and get Ambrose back. Try and get Christian back.
Yeah, good luck with all of that. That Dean Ambrose looks like he don't want anything to do with these at all, bro. And his wife's there as well. So Jericho, he ain't got a contract at the moment. Well, it's about to run out. And they asked him, Jericho, the other day about would you return. He said never say never. Paige is desperate to come back though. Like she was only speaking about it yesterday, saying that she misses. Said every time WWE doing something big now, she misses the locker room. I think with her, they'll just wait the time. But just to name it, Megan Bain. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying, bro. Sky Blues, like Megan Bain, Sky Blue, blood, this and bro. Anna Jay, yeah. Ultimate Dragon has a record with 10 belts. Mercedes is copying him. Nah, I'm talking about women wrestlers. Yeah, I don't compare the women and the men. They're two different. And I don't want to say I don't think if someone's doing the same thing that they're copying. I don't think she's copying him. Bro. Like it's kind of a bit petty, isn't it? Like, Savvy, thank you for your time on the live. Well, it's been a blast. You have made my laugh tonight. Definitely spoke some facts. Nah, big up, happy days, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, bro. Yeah, man, love. Did you not see this? Did you not see the Philadelphia street fight between Tony Storm and Sky Blue? It was a cheeky match, let's put it that way. The cameraman had one job. Give that man a raise. Give that man a raise, blood. Hey, listen. Who hate her? Jamie hate her. Yeah. I like her, man. She's dressed like she's in the 70s, man. I dig it. So, what's the other one who follows me on Twitter? The one who's not in the How have I forgot her name, man? Is it Nikki? Nikki Blackheart. That's a wrestler. That's a wrestler, bro. I can't even lie. Yeah, Nikki Blackheart, blood. What's this report? Effie's big gay brunch will not be held in Saudi Arabia 2027. No shit.
Gay brunch.
Yeah, there's a wrestler in it, Effie, and he does a big gay brunch around WrestleMania times. Brother, you want your head chopped off in Saudi. Yeah, man. Before we get out of it, this is what I was gonna mention. So every WrestleMania season, all of the independent wrestling companies, they do like a show in the area, innit? So like when WrestleMania 39 Hollywood was on, like Jacob Fatu was fighting in some car park over there, and this company was there, and then they do convention. How are they gonna do that in Saudi? They can't do it. So people are gonna lose money that weekend. But to be fair, that's not WWE's problem, because it's not actually to do with WWE. It's more to do with whatever else. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting, man. I'll tell you what. I would go to that WrestleMania simply because I've never been that interested in going to the Middle East on holiday or anything like that. But I like the look of. They're very futuristic, Saudi and Qatar and that, bro. And the only problem is if it's too hot for me, because I don't like that. But if not, I would go. If you get a movie role, you can pay for my ticket, blood.
I want to try Dubai chocolate in person as well.
You think something says different in Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll tell you what, just get yourself on a Netflix show. We'll get WWE tickets, so they're connected. You get me?
That's true.
And how would you do your thingy on the front row? You know, when the camera goes over to you.
Yeah.
Because the best one so far has been Macaulay Culkin when he had the hat over his face. That was cold. Is the name WrestlePalooza meant to be ESPN related? No. No, Palooza's an actual word, isn't it? It's a for a gathering, like a party. You know, like a shindig, a palooza, a soiree. It's a thing, bro. It's a thing, because there was a WrestlePalooza back in the day, and if I'm correct, I'm swear Vince Russo came up with a name for WrestlePalooza like back in the day, and they didn't use it, but yeah, Palooza's actually it's an actual word, isn't it? But yeah, it's not an ESPN thing. They probably should have showed something else, to be honest, bro. But they're begging it. It's gonna end up. I reckon it's gonna be like the Netflix Raw, where we thought it was gonna be amazing. It was just decent. Because these men talking about it's gonna be as big as WrestleMania. It's next week. How are you gonna make it bigger than WrestleMania in a week's time, bro? So anyway, Morris, I'm gonna head out. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night, blood. Watch SmackDown. Don't stay up and watch SmackDown, but just watch it in the morning, blood. Because whatever happens in SmackDown is going to disappoint you, bro. And I love Brock Lesnar, bro, but not enough to stay up and watch this crap anymore, bro. So, love for the love. I'll be back. I don't know. Oh well, football's Sunday. Liverpool's playing. I might do the Manchester Derby watch along, but I feel like it will disappoint me. Who knows, bro? You know the vibes.